Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. If you are listening to us any other day than Monday, fuck you. Just want to let you know that. Because we drop on Monday.
Understand, we start with violence.
Yeah, because y'all be real disrespectful. If we drop on Monday, listen to us on Monday.
Yeah, man.
So you niggas that be loving to tell me, yo, I be listening to y'all on Fridays, suck my dick, all right? Because...
or the name of the studio.
Hold Mic Studios.
Yo, can I say I took a slight offense, and then I slightly fucked with it, and then I went back to being offended.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel disrespected. He jumped in the intro.
Wow.
He's acting like he don't respect the crib.
Oh,
you may be the landlord, but the crib rules here. We'll get to you in a minute, buddy.
Excuse me.
That's crazy.
Excuse me.
That nigga told us to hold his dick.
Nigga said, hold on, let me tell y'all something real quick.
It's my studio, hold
Get
my
back.
dick. But if y'all hear the absolute ignorance, then you know it is guys next door. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate everybody in the neighborhood. Y'all been with us since day one.
Yeah.
And day one, we ain't been shit.
We haven't grown. I mean, we've grown as people.
Yeah, I think.
But our ain't shitness ain't.
I think the most growth from the beginning of the podcast to now is that I now wear Birkenstocks.
Oh,
hello,
you do.
They're very comfortable.
You do.
Just want to put
You
that
do.
out there.
You do.
Birkenstocks are very comfortable.
Listen. He went from black Air Force Ones.
I never wore black.
To
You wore black nasties?
he went from black Air Force Ones
Here goes my
to
thing.
Crocs.
Demon time.
I knew Mouse was starting to get money when his shoe game actually declined. Like it went from sneakers,
That's so
then he got
fucking funny.
elevated sneakers, and then it was like white people. It went to like soccer mom leisure. I was like, oh, okay, cool,
Got you.
And I can't even hate because he got me on Crocs. Crocs,
Yo,
shout out
the
to Crocs.
funniest thing, I don't think I've ever heard any other funnier slight than that. The nigga just told me I knew Mouse started getting money when his sneakers collection declined.
You gonna have niggas on his Instagram now like, yo, let me check this nigga
Nah,
shit.
yo,
right
the
now.
whole quarantine, the whole beginning of quarantine, I was hard on. I was like, I'm not wearing no sneakers. Fuck this. I was like rebelling. I was like protesting the quarantine, like that was gonna do something, right? So I was like, I'm only wearing Crocs and Birkenstocks, and then people really started violating. Niggas was like, oh, if you broke, just say that.
Wow.
If you broke, I mean, them shit's
I'm
like
like-
$80
I'm
now.
like,
No,
y'all-
I'm about to say that's a listen.
No.
What's 80?
Crocs?
You fucking lying.
If you pay $80 for Crocs, you would
how much are they?
$40.
It's like 40.
Oh, I'm about to say.
40
I mean,
because
they got-
I'm about to say I know my daughters is like $20.
I mean, they got collabs where you might pay. Like I got this Pleasures collab, and I
Yeah,
paid.
the pleasures.
Wow, he
joints.
do
I'm
got.
not
I'm
gonna
about to
say
say they got like a gift Crocs
I'm
collab.
definitely not gonna say how much I paid for that. 'Cause
Collab.
That's really dumb that I paid that much for, but I wanted them bad.
Which one? The Balenciaga
Pleasure
joints?
ones, the ones I got, the
Oh,
ones
yeah,
you see me
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Those
Yeah,
shits.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna say how much I paid for
Jesus.
those. That's
Yeah,
very
no.
embarrassing.
I was gonna get the Balenciaga ones and decided against it.
I would have blocked you.
Yeah,
Sit this part
decided
of the
against
conversation
it.
out.
No,
Yeah.
don't, because we didn't do it.
No, yeah,
Oh,
we
We didn't do it. We
didn't
stayed in our lane.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly,
mean? If they
exactly.
sell them at the Croc store, that's where I get mine from.
Holla. I go to the Crocs outlet. Can I get two? Actually, 3 of those. Let me get those
You go
colors.
to Crocs outlet with my kids. Fill it up. Bitch, what you want? Fill it up. Little bitch, fill it up. I be getting offended when my kids don't pick up mad
All
Crocs.
the little giblets.
I be
Yo,
like,
get them
little
all.
bitch- I be like, little bitch, you think I'm broke? Go get some more giblets.
Nigga balled out on
I'm doing all right. Come on.
Spell your
like, get
middle
another one.
fucking name. If y'all hear the ignorance, y'all know it is Mouse Jones. It is Mac Wiles. Fly Rye is literally in the air. He will be here on the next episode. But we got a packed house. We got the landlords in the crib today. Shout out to Devon Terrell.
Look what niggas call us.
Shout out to Kev, Big Kev. Y'all have heard about him. Y'all been asking about him. They like your voice, Kev.
They do.
They heard. They must have
I'm about to
heard
say,
you
I
talking.
I saw
in the
somebody
background.
say something
I'll take
about
it.
yo. Who
Like,
is that?
Who is that?
I'll take it.
So shout out Big Kev. Big Kev, that's him right there. Whoever, I don't know who I'm talking. I'm not used to cameras.
I know.
Not-
right
not in
there.
this podcast.
It's me right here.
That's you right there.
That's
Yeah, right here?
that's you right there. Bam.
Okay, and now I'm gonna show you Kev. Right there.
And he's bam. Yeah.
And when I do that, I want y'all to see it. I'm not used to having nice things.
We're not.
Set in yet.
You can tell.
Nigga said you can switch angles.
Yo,
Whoa.
it, literally, we went from a beautiful space we had with Anchor and Spotify.
True indeed.
And we had a really nice space in Spotify.
It was great.
Then not so much.
And not so much.
But shout out.
Shout out
to
still.
the people.
Uh-huh.
And then we was at Rios.
Yep.
We was at Platform.
Yep.
And now we're here. It's just a constant elevation for us.
That's
so
what
really
I-
shout out to me and Mac for
Hold
being able
on,
to
hold on, what did I say?
growth.
There we go.
Shout out to
There we
us.
go.
Y'all niggas
shout out
doing
to
good,
us.
man. Clap it up.
Hey, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
Niggas doing
Getting
good.
bills
man.
paid around here, man. Clap it up.
You know, rent's being paid. Rent is being paid, baby.
Praise God. Praise God.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Kevin, Devon. They tried to pull up to they tried to pull up to the event.
Nigga, that was all fucked up. I ain't gonna hold you. So who wants to go first? You going first?
I want you to tell.
You want me to tell?
I want you to
Yeah,
tell.
Tell him what happened, bro.
He was there first, so
That's
when he
true.
started.
Kev, there you go. It's on you.
Kev.
Oh yeah, then I did pull
Lead
up
the
first.
way.
All right,
Also, make sure you tell the part about how you
Shout out-
saved my life.
Shout out to
Oh,
all
wow.
the guys
Facts.
next door. Shout out to all the guys next door neighborhood. Shout out to all the G&D neighborhood members that were there. I appreciate the love. I appreciate you guys acting like you had some sense, asking for pictures. No, because some people don't know how to ask for pictures.
Oh
It'd
no,
be OD.
200%. 200%.
Nah, so Mouse called me like, yo, what you doing later? I'm not doing nothing, bro. I'm chilling. Yo, I got an event. You need to pop out. I'm thinking it's like he did some Taco Tuesday shit a couple weeks ago. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be light like that.
Nah. Understand.
Dev, like,
no,
yo.
there's two different types of
First of all,
conversations,
that
right?
wasn't me. I didn't do the Taco Tuesday.
Well, whatever it
Ivy
was,
and Ryan
I
did
thought it was something like that.
So I'll tell you this, right? If Mouse Jones, there's like two different like reach outs, right? There's two different types of reach outs. Like he'll reach out to you and be like, y'all, you know, I'm heading to this joint. You could pull up. If Mouse Jones hits you and says, yo, there's an event, pull up. Be prepared.
Right.
It's like
I'm learning.
it's gonna be a complete and utter shit show / movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And those two words is exactly what he texted me.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit show. Like shit show is exactly what so
Right.
So when he said, yo, pull up, I'm like, cool.
Right.
I hit Dev, yo, Dev, what
Correct.
you doing? He's like, yo, I'm outside. Like, all right, we going outside then. Dev hit me like, yo.
That's right.
Dev sent me back the screenshot of your post, like, yo, this shit gonna be kind of mixy
I
tonight.
said,
Like,
this is some shit. I said, it ain't no fucking.
yeah, he's like, this ain't no regular like.
Yeah. I was like, we on a list? He said, yeah,
And
we on
on
a
the
list.
mouse post, this nigga said, yo, I'm turning my phone off. Fuck y'all. I'm like, what?
That's a Mouse. By the way, guys, for our camera right here, that's a Mouse Jones usual. He had me and my wife outside for a
He's
second.
a fucking
I'm playing. I'm playing.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, he, she, them, are they, and everyone who falls in between. Mac Wild is a fucking liar. I would never have my brother, my sister, and that beautiful
I had the
newborn
baby too.
goddaughter
I had
of
the
mine.
baby.
Nigga said I had the kid too.
I had the baby.
Oh,
We had
the
trap
baby?
karaoke.
Yo, here goes the crazy part.
Wow.
Mac gets escorted into trap karaoke like he's a host at this point.
I definitely do. I'm not gonna lie.
I get hit up with like, hey, Mac's on his way up. Bitch, send him to the fucking front row like the rest of the constituents. He is a fucking patron.
Nah, them niggas took me. They saw it. They said, "Oh, Mac, sir, can you come this way?
Come here, sir.
Can you come this
And
way?"
mind you, we're in DC.
Like
we're not
Spike
even
it.
in
Oh,
New
we're
York.
not in New
York?
Bro,
Oh,
we
wow.
were in DC and they
Downstairs,
did
right.
this.
Brought me downstairs into his green room. Right. Niggas don't know if I'm gonna rob him.
Right.
Brought me down to his green
just
room.
knew it was-
Mouse's stuff is all over here, sir. You can just.
Nigga said, just move that shit over.
please.
Just move that
They
shit
just
over.
said, I came in, my shit was on the floor, baby bottles everywhere. I said, okay. All
right, guess
That's my
it's-
switch underneath there, but okay, I guess. All right. I was in the middle of playing Pokemon, but whatever.
So check, this is where I fucked up. Because I tested it. I hit mouse just to see if this nigga gonna pick up.
Dub.
Rang twice. I said, oh shit, this nigga was dead ass. I texted nigga like, yo, boy, call me. Like, nigga hit me back like, yo,
Oh, the
it's about- yeah, nigga hit me with the yo, it's gonna be a shit show, bro. I said, yo, Dev, we gonna be good. We gonna be all right. Dev like, bro, are we gonna be like good, or like
are we gonna
or like we don't know good? Like,
at this point in the story, I just wanted to be pointed out.
Okay.
That Mouse Jones is an honest man.
nah, he is
Clap
very-
it up for honesty.
No.
Clap
Clap
it up
for
one time for honesty, y'all. I like that.
I'll give him that.
He definitely
Appreciate
did
it.
not leave me in the dark. That nigga let me know, like, yo, it's
what
gonna
was
be
fucking
kind of
me
crazy.
up
Like,
was how communicative you were.
Yeah,
the
nah.
whole time.
Yo, there's gonna be people listening to this podcast. And
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
be
be very
tight.
upset. They're gonna be tight.
They gonna be
'Cause I
tight.
listen, these are my landlords, ladies.
because I
and
know
gentlemen.
niggas
had to let them
that
know.
spin you at the door. Like,
I had to let my landlord know that some of y'all did get spun, but this was not y'all first go round. This is Kevin Devon's first go round.
That's a fact.
They're the landlords. They make
nah,
it very
he-
comfy
he-
for us here.
He held it down.
Whatever they want that I could get them,
Right.
they should get.
He held it down.
We had a really good time outside.
I saw Mouse.
It was mixy as
It
fuck.
was
Let me
mixy.
say, outside was his own thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Look how corny we sound.
yo, it sound crazy.
Outside
Like,
was fire,
you
my
couldn't
nigga.
even get in. Nah, it was
Outside was-
outside
outside
That was
crazy.
fun. I came and got people offline. Still didn't see y'all. came and got people off the line.
It was crazy, bro. Like,
yeah, it was
and
wild.
looked and was like, yo, this is a whole second party out here.
It was OD.
It was
Outside
crazy.
was wild.
Niggas was getting hit by cars and everything.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I saved his life.
That's a fact. Shout out to my nigga.
Shout out to the landlord saving these
Saving
the
lives,
goddamn
bro.
landlord, man.
Shout out to the landlord.
Clap it up.
Jesus Christ.
Clap it
Yo,
up.
EA, I know you here from North Carolina or that, but when we clap, you clap. No, it's okay. Just, no,
It's like, I got a whole camera in my hand, my nigga.
yeah, I get it, but
Nigga
it's
says,
just about
nigga says slap your camera.
yeah, like
figure it out.
bro.
You gotta
like,
figure it out.
You fucking up the
feng shui- the feng
continuity
shui.
here.
Niggas want you to slap
You
your
clap and clap. It's clap. It's clap.
Hey, he said slap the back of your neck.
That was good. That was really good.
That's fine. That's fine.
Nigga said, "Oh, cutting this one out."
That's fine.
Cutting this out.
We got EA for North Carolina. Shout out to EA. Everybody clapping for EA.
One time.
Shout out, AKA shout out to EA on the edit. That nigga is nice.
Nasty.
Facts.
Nigga is nice.
Nasty with it. About to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys know, if you guys are here, 9 times out of 10, it isn't your first time. Mouse looked at my camera. Yeah, that's.
I look.
I know he was like, "Is he looking at the right camera?" Yeah, I'm looking at the camera, bitch. If this isn't your first time here, you already know. We pay the bills in here.
Yeah.
But you motherfuckers is freeloaders. Make sure you
Yes.
guys go to patreon.com/guysnextdoorpod. Put some motherfucking snaps on the petrol.
That's all we ask.
And stay out of our refrigerator.
That's
you
all
know?
we ask.
We got apple juice in there with our names on it. Like, relax.
All 3 of our names on one apple juice.
On
and
one
y'all
apple
motherfuckers keep sipping on it.
Also, if you want to continue the conversation, it is nuts. That's crazy.
Look what's in niggas' refrigerator.
The sickness is that they put me, Mac, and Ryan. I keep saying they, but we did this.
We did this ourselves.
And the sick part is that we could run with narratives all day. We just start building on the story.
It'll keep going.
I don't
It'll
know where I thought of
Said,
3
oh, well.
niggas' name on that same apple juice, but we can keep it going.
Keep it going.
Why
Keep
not?
it going.
Not mad
Why
at
not?
that.
You guys could keep the conversation going. Go on all of our social medias. Make sure you guys follow us. We got a lot of dope content coming up on Instagram. It's all Guys Next Door Pod.
Yep.
Also on YouTube, we got the full episodes up. Thanks to our landlords, ladies and gentlemen. Clap it up one time
Clap
for
it up
them,
for our
please.
listeners.
Clap it up.
Specifically, Big Kev. So
Big
once
Kev,
again,
man.
like I told y'all last week, if y'all waiting on something, because y'all niggas love to tell us how much you don't
it's
respect
there.
the audio and
It's
just
there.
want to watch the video. If it's late, if it's Thursday and it's not up, talk to Big Kev.
Yeah.
It's Kev
Subscribe,
Antonio.
please.
Everybody, please
Hit that subscribe. It's there.
Go to youtube.com/guysnextdoorpod. Go subscribe. And also, we haven't done this in a while.
Haven't
but
done it. Do it.
If you guys have a letter, if you guys have anything you want us to read on air, if you guys need some advice or anything, if
Yep.
it's relationship advice,
Yep.
we have some rules.
It's very simple rules.
Very, very simple rules. Not too
You
crazy.
are bothering us about your funky ass relationship that you already know the answer to.
Usually they do.
You already know the answer. We don't tell you nothing new.
Nah.
Sometimes we do be in our
Sometimes,
bag,
I
though.
was about to say, sometimes we
we
really
have
look-
given some shit. I've been looking like, oh my God,
Wow.
we just saved somebody.
Yeah.
But most times y'all relationships be funky. And if you do have a question about your funky ass relationship, it's very simple. One, you put your own fake name in the subject line. It's very simple. Okay? Because Che is not gonna go through trying to pronounce your names, not trying to come up with fake names. If you give us your real name, we will say it. Moving on. If it is about a relationship,
What's number
I
2?
need a picture of you and your suitor. Okay?
Tell them why.
If why?
Your suitor. So let me tell you why.
Why, Mouse?
Because I don't want to get. Oh, I can't. I don't say that no more. I was
Let's
about
say,
to, I was
I
about
saw
to-
you about to go there.
I was about to, I was about to
Reel
regress.
it in.
Let me say my new one.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I don't want to give advice for somebody who got their side teeth. That type of advice to somebody who don't got no side teeth. Like, you
Yeah, you
don't
did
want to
well.
do that.
There you
Because
go. Okay.
the advice I'm going to give to a woman with side teeth is completely different from the advice I'm going to give a woman without side teeth.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's clap it up for growth
Clap
one
it up
time,
for
because that was
growth. Clap it up for growth.
because Mouse Jones was about to go down a crazy alley.
I was about to go down the bad rabbit hole.
Sometimes you clap. I'm like, what's?
We gotta clap for growth. We gotta
We
clap,
clap for
growth.
everything here.
Yeah, man.
We're children and we need validation.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm laughing about the side teeth shit.
That shit is
You clap it
foul.
up
Like,
for side teeth. Clap it up
Clap
for
it up for
people
side
that got their
teeth.
side
clap
teeth.
it up, have your side teeth, bro.
Specifically women. Specifically women. Yes, I am I'm misogynist in that realm. I do think women with side teeth are better than women without side teeth.
Wow, Mouse Jones.
But I have had some of the best sex of my life with women without side teeth.
I
Hey.
bet.
We'll put that out.
Nigga said, I bet.
Nah, fucking bet.
Hey,
You ever kiss her and it just blow out the side?
Oh man,
This nigga blowing bubbles in bitches' mouths.
You hit the right angle and you get that whistle that.
Not blowing bubbles.
yo,
You ever get head from a woman with no side tooth? Just
Son, what?
it sounds like she playing a recorder.
you said blowing bubbles out this shit like. Oh man,
Christ.
What's that song we used to play on the recorder?
Son, no.
Hot cross buns. Clap it up for my nigga knowing hot cross buns, baby.
I caught. Oh, nigga's only 7 minutes in right now. That's crazy.
What is going on?
15.
Oh shit.
Goodness.
Oh god.
gracious.
All right. Let's get to the business. I do before we go anywhere. We have to lighten the mood a little bit.
We do.
Because on a very serious note, this podcast and probably like for the rest of my life, everything I do will be in memory and honor of the love and light that I was able to experience of Aisha K. Faines.
Yes.
Everybody clap it up for Aisha K. Faines.
Yes, sir.
We love you and we miss you, girl.
Aisha K. Faines is she's much more than a castmate of mine on the Grapevine, much more than a good friend of mine. She was literally the benchmark when it came to elegance, regality, and integrity. She was everything she projected to be. Mm-hmm. She was everything that you thought she would be, and more. And you know, I'm not sure that the world is aware of what they lost. But I am sure that, much like Tupac said about, you know, inspiring the mind that's going to change the world, I do believe Aisha K. Faines is going to inspire the mind that changes the world.
I agree. I agree.
The Grapevine will never be the same without you. I personally will never be the same without you. You know, just this black space of media, of internet, of digital media just won't be the same without her words and her vigor and her fight. So I miss you, friend. I love you, and well done. Well done. Clap it up one more time for Aisha K. Faines.
We love you, Queen.
Which brings me first thing I want to talk about, man. I was talking to Mac about it before when I lost my uncle, right? I lost my uncle in April.
Yeah.
But we kind of knew we lost him when he went into a coma in February. He had beat COVID, but you know those complications what took him out. And I was telling Mac, I'm like, yo, I'm used to losing niggas a certain way, right? Like if it's not this big traumatic loss, if it's not an RIP shirt, then I don't know what to do. You know, like when niggas die, I don't go to the funeral. They're not there, and you know, if you grew up the way we grew up, then you already know, like we signed up for this.
Yeah.
So really, I'm not feeling any type of way. It's like, damn, my nigga not here, but you know, he signed up for that.
Pop a bottle real fast, pour some out for him, maybe getting like his name tatted on you or something. Just same old thing over and over again.
But when you start to lose people without that covering, without that crutch, you have to deal with it. And we talked on the last episode about, you know, not being able to really convey emotions. And it's like, what the fuck? Right? We're at that age where we're losing people. Not to violence, but they're not here anymore, and they meant so much to us. What the fuck do we do? Like, how do you begin to register that? How do you begin to, what's the word I'm looking for? How do you begin to bargain with that? I think that's the better word I'm looking for.
I want to spark this. When was when was the first time that you lost somebody that didn't have to do with
my grandmother?
Street shit.
My grandmother, when I turned 14, 2 days later she passed. That's my mom's mom. And then I didn't lose nobody again that wasn't from violence. Like lost a lot of niggas from violence. And then the next time I lost somebody was 2015 when my grandmother, my father's mom, died. So, you know, lost those two. I'm trying to think.
But it's you know what's crazy? There's a different, like, for me, I can only speak for myself, right? When it comes to old age or people who we know have lived a life, there's a different thing on it. It's on some like, dang, they lived a good life.
Yeah.
You know, they did what they were supposed to do, et cetera, et cetera. It's not as much hurt when you see a light, when you see a light that is
flickering out.
taken out before before it's done. You feel what you feel it should have done. And I believe that's part of the reason why it hurts so much with your uncle and with, especially with Aisha.
And
what
you
about
don't get
you?
to say bye.
Huh? You don't get a chance to say
bye.
bye.
Like, it's so weird how with my grandmothers, like I said, 2 days after I turned 14, I went over there. When I turned 14, my birthday, I go over there, get my card. Love you. She makes the cake. We sit, we talk, we laugh, joke. Loving it. 2 days later, she's gone. I got to say bye, though.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I didn't know she was going to pass.
Right,
it was
right,
unexpected, but
Right.
I got to say bye. Same thing with my grandmother. My grandmother, my paternal grandmother, she was in the hospital. And it just so happened, it was so weird that I was with my oldest daughter. And then my baby mother, she showed up with my youngest daughter. So we're all, as a family, there just checking on her. Hey, grandma, you want me to come get you tomorrow? You know, okay, boom. My aunts, everybody happened to be there that night. The next morning, she passes.
Damn.
Interesting.
So I got to say bye.
Right.
So I'm able to bargain with that. I'm able to, you know, because I feel like when it comes to grief and loss, we're always, as a human
Trying to
experience,
figure
we're
out-
bargaining.
yeah.
Okay, I will accept this loss
If.
because I got to do this.
Yeah.
So I bargained that, like, my grandmother probably still needed her a lot more, but
Right.
I can bargain with this
Right.
because I got to say bye. My uncle, I didn't get to say bye. My uncle, I literally seen that nigga. He came to my parents' house to give my dad an Amazon TV, and you could tell COVID wore him down. Like his voice was wheezy, but he was walking. And but it's like seeing a fighter, a punch drunk fighter, right? Like after a long career, and it's like almost like seeing Muhammad Ali after a long career, and it's like that's not. And I remember saying that to myself when I hugged him. It was like, "Yo, Unc, what up?" I'm just like, that's not my uncle.
Something wrong, something up.
It's like, you look like you lost the fight, and I'm like, I'm not used to seeing him like that. He's this big, towering figure. Right. He's 6'4", 320. He's a fucking walking restaurant. But you know, he didn't look like that day. Right. And I was just like, I don't know. But I was on the move. I had to move, so I didn't get to talk to him. Right. And the reason I talk about him so much is because he's the one that always got it. When I decided I wanted to do this as my career, my parents didn't understand it. My uncle got it. All I had to do was let him. He was like, "Yo, so what you trying to do? Your parents said you were trying to be a host, like at a restaurant." I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah. Unc is like, I'm trying to be a host. And he's like Drew Carey. I'm like, no,
Drew Carey.
And he's like, what do you mean a host? I'm like, a radio host. He's like Charlemagne. And I said, yeah. He's like, you gonna get on that Breakfast Club. So, you know, when I was on the Breakfast Club, that's why it kind of hit me the way it did. And
I get your post now from
and everybody was like, you know, everybody didn't understand why I wasn't like so celebratory. Because when I got home after, I was like, that was for you, huh?
Yeah.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
But like, it's hard for me to bargain because I didn't get to say bye. It's gonna be very hard for me to bargain this loss of Aisha because I didn't get to say bye. And she is someone who gives love. So you almost feel like in that moment, if you can ask yourself, did I give her enough love back? You can feel it. It's going to stick with you.
I relate to that like 1,000. I'm going to be honest with you. The reason why I relate to it so much is because last year I also lost my grandfather. And the one thing that I appreciate was that his condition was deteriorating over time. So we were prepared in some type of way for the entire situation. And there's not a moment that I don't realize after his passing that I'm like, holy shit, wow, I wish I did this, or I wish he could see this, I wish that. Like, it was the first death to me that I had someone really close to my family pass. And when you brought that up, as we're getting older, this is going to be a reoccurring theme for all of us. So with me, with that passing, it opened my eyes to, holy shit, I need to really appreciate the people that are here right now, and I need to make sure that I don't have that feeling of, at least with him, I got to, you know, kind of let it digress. If someone could be abrupt, and it might, I know it'll burn. You know what I mean? Just from feeling that one, it's still burning. I had time. So to me,
I understand that, and it has opened my eyes, and I think that's a part of growth and a part of getting older too.
How do you bargain with that though? Like, how do you bargain in that moment of, right? Because when I say bargain, I want everybody at home to understand, like, we're bargaining every day in our life just to be okay. Right? For us to exist, for Mac, you to exist as a husband and a father, me to exist as a father, Kev, for you to exist as a father, Devon, for you to exist as a man and a creative, for us, all of us exist as creatives. There's a constant bargaining, right? Just
I gotta do this to do this.
I gotta do this to do this, right? I gotta be away
that I can
but
make
I
a
gotta
better
be able
life.
to take care of you. It's a bargain, right?
That shit sucks.
How do we, Devon, specifically in that moment, like, how do you bargain in that? Like, how do you bargain saying, and it might sound selfish, I know, because it's the human experience.
Yeah, of course.
But, Grandpa, you've been here. You've been this thing for me.
Right.
And I'm not ready for you to go.
Right.
So how do you bargain with, okay, I got to live to be happy. I got to continue to live.
Right.
Can't stay here in this moment.
Right.
And still bargain with, like, okay, I accept this loss.
Right.
I think that you never let it go.
Wow.
Facts.
There's always some piece of you that's always going to reside with. I think the only thing you could do is figure out and coping mechanisms to deal with it on a day-to-day, which I know it still sounds like the short end of the stick, but guess what? That's death. And I think that there's nothing we can do, but only thing we can do is figure out ways to deal with it. Like everything else we deal with in our fucking crazy ass lives. But death, I'm not gonna lie, it's the one situation in my life that I've realized is so finite. It's a finale.
Like that's it.
There's nothing.
You can't bring it back.
Nothing.
And it's so funny you said that. It's so funny he said that because I don't know about you guys, but I know the day after a funeral, I don't go to funerals. Like Aisha's
like
funeral
to.
was today, and I tried.
I hate that shit.
And I want to be known, I tried. I woke up this morning on time, started getting ready, and I just couldn't. I could not put the foot in front of the other foot and make it out that door. I just couldn't because there's just a part of me who never wants to see that person
Like that for the last time.
And I know they're not there, right? Yeah. Like, it took so much out of me to go to my uncle's funeral. And I tell you, it wasn't for me. My mom said, your dad's gonna need you.
Right.
Oh, man, I get to that fucking funeral. He's laughing and joking and gallivanting with everybody. He's the fucking mayor. And I said, nigga, you don't need me. You don't need me. And now I'm here blubbering. Yeah. It's so... Let me see. I'm gonna call my mom, see if she answers. Because my mother...
Wanna hook up the Bluetooth?
Let's see which one sounds better. Let's see if she answers, right?
It'll be directly into
What about
the whole thing.
what about you?
Connect to
while he's trying to get mommy on the phone.
Rodecaster Pro and Bluetooth. Yeah, on the Bluetooth.
While he's trying to get mommy on the phone, when do you remember like the first time that you lost somebody that wasn't like you knew they were gonna pass or just kind of like what struck you, you know, what a death that struck you like that?
I think it's weird for me. Like, death hit me really, really young. Like, I was in school, like 3rd grade. I saw like one of my homies get killed, like right in front of me. Like right in front of me, outside of school. Like, you imagine being in school all day and then you walk out of school and then your boy gets ran over by a car. Like,
Jesus Christ.
So I'm in 3rd grade, like, you know what I'm saying? Then going on with life is just like death. I don't know if it felt numb after that, but it's just like it didn't really slap me until like I think at my grandmother's funeral.
Yeah, Mike's on the phone. He told me to stay on the phone. So
I think at my grandmother's funeral when they started to lower the casket into the
oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I think that was like the first time
same.
But anyway, you're gonna stop at Wendy's and get the salad, right?
Mom, be quiet. All of the hey mom. Yeah, but yeah, like that was like the first time in a while I really like felt it.
Damn.
Ma, you can hear me?
Barely, but what are you doing?
All right, so we're on the podcast. We're on Guys Next Door. Say hi to everybody.
Okay, Daddy's on the phone with us too.
All right, we'll say hi to Mom and Dad. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to the Guys Next Door neighborhood. Say hi to...
Hi, Ma.
What's up, family?
Hello, Mom.
Hi, guys. How are you?
All right, so
good,
Mom, I'm
good.
giving you a heads up. Don't say my government name. So let's start there.
I didn't.
No,
I
you
said
didn't.
hi,
You didn't.
guys.
I know you didn't, but I'm just saying, you know, you'll get
So
going.
don't say the name that I gave you at birth.
Yeah.
That I
she's
really had
good.
to take a long
She's
time to put together,
Okay.
and my mother liked it.
You see it, right?
She's
a-
good.
And
she's a
what
good- she's
did
really
grandma
good.
say?
She deserves to say it.
What did
now, at
grandma
this point.
say?
She said, I'm not going to call him his name. I'm going to call him Paul.
Wow.
That's not his name.
What is
Wow.
So, Mom, talking to the guys, and this is an episode, where sometimes where we get into our feelings a little bit, and I've been on the phone back and forth with my parents, letting them know, I've been ever since the Breakfast Club. I felt a little sad because of it was so.
Well, now
important.
you gonna make me? Are you gonna try and make me sad?
No, Mom. But you gonna let me do my job?
Okay, go
stand
ahead.
right there.
I'm like, don't bring me down.
Don't ruin my day.
Keep that over there.
Because I'm chilling there.
I swear I love you so much, Mom. Jesus.
And so we just talking about it. We talking about losing Unc, and I was talking about the funeral because I didn't go to Aisha's funeral today, and
Right.
and I was talking about like how much it took for me to go to Unc's funeral.
I know, because I didn't really like make a habit of bringing y'all to funerals. I just didn't really like doing that with kids.
So just naturally growing up, I just never, I was like, whenever my friends would pass or somebody I know pass, I'm not going. They're not there. You know what I mean? I'm not going. And I remember my mom said, "This is why I threw you under the bus, Mom. So I want you to witness it." I remember saying to myself, I was like, I'm not going to his funeral. Absolutely not. I will be no good. I hadn't cried in like 2 years. I was fine, and I'm like, I'm not going to this. And my mom calls me. She's like, so you gotta go to the funeral. I said, for what? She's like, your dad's gonna need you. He's gonna be really sad. He's gonna need you. He's gonna need all his kids. I said, he has so many. He doesn't need me. And she was like, he's gonna need you. I'm like, all right, for Dad. And I get there, and he is smiles ear to ear. He is laughing and joking. My dad had this big hearty laugh. It could fill a room. And they're like, and I'm like, this nigga does not need me. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, yeah, I'm about to breeze y'all and figure out how to get out of here.
I'm going to slide.
And a seat opens up right next to my mom. So I sit down next to her. And I'm okay. I'm holding this together, y'all. I want y'all to know I'm holding this together. And my mom like does the little nudge. And I look over. And she shows me a text message from him. Just of him just showing me so much love. Like, yo, he's everywhere. He's doing his thing. Oh. When I tell you I lost it, lost it. Man. Lost it. My mom is just looking like confused, like, oh man. Like she's holding her phone.
Like, dang, did I just cause that?
I did that.
Dang.
So yeah, Ma, I wanted you to get that. I want you to get
And then my little daughter, she said, oh, you made him cry. Wow. And then my other daughter said, Mommy, put the phone away. Put the phone away. I was like, wow. I was like, I wasn't trying to make him sad. I was just showing him how proud his uncle always is of him.
Yeah, man.
It didn't work that way. I just lost it.
I know. I was like...
So since we have you on the line, before I let you go, Mom, we are talking about like, grief and how we deal and kind of bargain with loss as we get older. And as someone who's older and, you've lost some people that you've been close to unexpectedly, what is that like? Because I think that's the question we're all asking without asking is like, as we grow up,
I mean,
how do you deal with loss?
Well, I mean, depending on, obviously if it's your parent, it's going to hit a little different. If it's your child, it's going to hit a little different. But even Uncle Nick, that's my brother from another mother. We've been tighted and tight, it's for me, I mean, I allow myself to cry, but, I know that process and it's just so different for everybody. And even for me was a little different when it was my mother. When my dad passed, I was 10, but I had my mom and I had my brother. But when I lost my mom, physical, I consider myself like, all right, I'll be fine, but like physically, I went through something where like, for whatever reason, for like a whole week, I just woke up at 2:00 every morning and I wasn't trying to do it, but it just, and I'm like, get it together. I'm talking to myself because I still got my kids, and the kids, he was, Mouse was 14 and my baby was 3. So I still got kids and I still got to do what I got to do. And then, so I'm just like, but physically sometimes your body goes through stuff where you're just like, oh my God, you know, I can't stop crying, or I'm trying not to cry, or I'm trying to get my head back in the game, and you know, but you know, so it's so many different things for different people. But I think it's very healthy to grieve. It's healthy to talk about it. I try, like if Mouse tells me, you know, and I thank God, you know, he feels comfortable where he could say, you know, I'm sad. Then I just try to make them laugh, and I try to bring out the happy things. Like, you know, I tell them, hey, you know, Uncle Nick's up in heaven. Like, Jesus about to put him out. Cause I know he up there trying to say, yo, who need a mortgage? You need a mortgage? You need a mortgage? I'm gonna get you a mortgage. You know, cause that's how he is. Yeah. You know, and we laughing because that's how he is. He was funny. He was lively like that, you know, and, especially even for my younger daughter, which, you know, she took it really hard. I had to let her know he left a legacy. He been here for you guys, you know, and you know that he supports you in everything you do, and make sure you make him proud. And no, you know, like when you're doing something, like we'll be doing something and we'll be like, you know, he would say this right now, you know, so you know that you're going to see him one day, you know, but you're going to have these ups and you're going to have these downs, and you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days, you know, but we'll never forget that person. You know, they will be, you know, like, you know, my mother comes out in me, and I know my mother comes out in Mouse. You know, cause we'll start talking about the stuff she be saying, you know, that, you know, cause in everybody's family, you know, that, you know, like, she'll have like code words or whatever, you know, and we'll just be laughing. Don't nobody know what it means.
She used to call cube steak Jiffy steak.
Wow.
Or like, even if I tell my daughter, like, I'll be like, stretch out. My daughter be like, what does that mean?
What do that mean?
I'm like, lay down. That's all the stuff my grandmother would say. It's like, stretch out. You know what I mean? Or you know. But
that's the things that you still carry that person with you.
The memories.
You know, like she's never gone. She's always here because she left her mark. She left her mark on her children and her grandchildren. And even if it's not your mother, if it's your friend, they've left their mark. And, you know, make them proud. Make them proud. Do what you know they will want you to do, because they definitely won't want you to. Grieving is healthy, and you got to go through all the steps of grieving, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But when it's time to get up and go forward, you take them with you. You take them with you, you know. You don't want to get
that
stuck.
right there, Ma. That was dope. That was dope right there.
Okay.
Love you, Mama. We will talk to you soon.
Thank
All right,
you.
love you guys.
Love you, Ma.
Bye-bye.
Mac will see you
Bye,
at Trap.
love you too.
Mac will see you at Trap Karaoke.
Yeah, we
next
turning
month.
up, Ma. We probably gonna do Mary J. Blige or something. We gotta rock out.
Okay.
All right, Mama. Love you.
All right, bye-bye. Love you too.
So I have a really, really weird just a really weird relationship with death. Period.
Facts.
Very similar to you at a very, very young age.
Very similar to Kev.
Yeah, very similar to Kev. At a very, very young age was the first time that I seen someone killed. Yeah. You know, I growing up in Park Hill and in Stapleton, especially when back in the days when niggas was out at it, it was crazy. First time I moved into Stapleton, I think I was like 7. Literally the night that I moved into Stapleton, somebody was killed with a shotgun. And I watched this shit off my balcony. A few years later, I'm like 9 or something like that. I'm coming home from the store. I see somebody get clapped in the head. And they won't let me in my building. Like the cops come. We watched the whole shit. It's like, oh shit. The nigga standing there. I remember the whole shit, nigga. The shit coming out of his head. Everything. I remember it all. Vivid. 9 years old. And just being like, oh shit. Only time that the cops got there, it seemed like the cops got there right then and there.
All right.
Cops block off the whole block. We can't even get into the building. I gotta go around the building to the other side, come up through and still see they're not picking the nigga up. They're leaving the nigga on the floor. They're not covering him. Like, this is in the middle of the projects. I'm 9 years old. Right. But my first time that I dealt with death on a personal level, because these neighborhoods, I mean, again, we all grew up in these hoods and everything. You kind of build a certain like everybody is like like the niggas that you come up with are family.
Yeah.
Right.
It's that simple.
Right.
It's not even my friend or whatever. It's like if the nigga's able to come in your house and joke about how many roaches you got, that nigga's family.
Facts. 15 or 1.
I was waiting for somebody to say that.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
No.
Just saying.
No, sir.
For a light moment.
No, sir.
Just
No,
for a
sir.
light moment.
No, sir.
If 1 roach crawls on you, 15 crawls on you. I don't care what
That's
the fuck
wild.
y'all tell me.
Puff a lie.
That is wild.
I bet you 1 roach crawled on him.
I'm about to say, I bet
1
one roach
equals 15 in my book.
Nah, son.
So there's roach hierarchy now?
Hold on. I was talking to him. I said, you know the difference between 1 roach and 15 roaches?
None.
What?
There's none.
84 legs.
Facts, like 15?
It's a good way to look at it.
It's crazy. Like,
1 roach crawl on your face.
The nigga said
right, bro.
15 roaches crawled on
I
his
woke up
face.
to 15.
Nah, son.
How many roaches crawled on your face, Kev?
No, sir.
I've never had a roach on. And
How
I used
many
to live
roaches
in the
crawled on your
wildest
face,
place.
Matt?
I don't know. You know why? Usually I'm asleep. I'll tell
Devon?
you what.
A fucking lot. I've had roaches. I lived
So
this
you-
in
Yo, me
Shit,
too,
say,
but you
no, how
woke
many
up
have
to
crawled
some on
on
your
your
face.
I had them on my legs, and I've had.
Here go the thing. If
Seriously.
they only crawled on
Not
his leg,
15 though.
if they
Not
crawl-
15.
It's the
Let's,
same
yeah,
thing.
let's relax.
It's
Yeah,
the same
15 is
thing.
crazy. That's a sewer.
It's
OD,
the same thing.
like,
You're in a sewer.
I
To
said,
be
my
honest,
nigga. I said,
if
my
they
nigga.
crawled on his foot, if you said they was on your leg,
My leg.
they was on his face.
I said, yo, my nigga.
I understand
hold on,
that.
I
They was
said,
on
nigga,
his
did you go to your bed and eat dinner in your bed, nigga? Like, how did the roaches? How you got 15 roaches?
gathering on like
15 is crazy.
Niggas had a barbecue on your face, my nigga.
Just go back to talking about
No,
grief.
no.
Y'all
Yeah,
gonna piss me
yeah,
off.
yeah.
All right.
I didn't
Y'all
know
gonna piss me off.
'Cause that got me tight.
Because you're gonna have to fucking grieve a missing podcast. Y'all keep playing with Puff on this podcast. and I don't play.
Listen, I'm just saying. I'm saying.
This is like-
Listen,
this is like
Puff,
the
it's no
third-
disrespect.
Shouts to Puff, but he a
Shout
liar.
out to Puff.
He a liar. though.
Clap it up for Puff.
That's crazy.
Clap it up for Puff.
Hey, look, he ain't got no roaches on his face now.
Now,
Okay, he
exactly.
good now.
Clap it up for no roaches
Shout
on
out
his
to
face
Puff.
today.
No
That's all
roaches
that matters.
now.
Shout out to Puff for that.
It don't matter how many.
Tell you that nigga might have enough to buy roaches away.
Exactly.
I ain't really seen no roaches in no, but he might have paid roaches off. I ain't seen
Hey,
them
my
in the-
nigga, yo, just.
He
just
said, y'all
not-
go over
not-
there.
Y'all
not
gotta
here.
dip.
Y'all gotta go to Africa.
Why Africa?
That was bad. That was bad. Yeah,
Never mind. All right.
I'm
We gonna edit that out.
Yeah, let that go.
Yeah, I think I might need you to edit that.
I'm gonna edit that one out. That's not gonna.
That does not.
That one
scream,
gotta go.
That does not scream. I want to be successful.
Yeah.
I'm marking it. I marked it.
Timestamp that,
Timestamp
please.
that.
I
'Cause
did.
That gots to go.
I marked it.
Gracious.
You know what? Let's restart this. I'm gonna call my mom.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Let's reset the room, guys.
If we may, if we just reset the
Yo, fucking idiot. But again, my first time really dealing with something personal, like a personal death. Somebody that I grew up with, this kid named Chungo.
Rest in peace, Chungo.
Rest in peace, Chungo.
Right.
And the craziest thing, again, we grow up and no matter how many people we see get killed and everything, a lot of times the guys are older than us. So when we're kids, we kind of walk around with a mindset of like, yo, I'm invincible. Like
Yeah.
I ain't never going down. Like nigga,
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Meanwhile, those older niggas was really the
Was-
age we are now. We're
Facts.
still
Nigga.
young niggas, and they thought they was invincible.
boy,
Facts.
it's crazy. So seeing my boy Chungo get killed, and mind you, let me not even say he got killed. Chungo died off of something that literally, it wasn't like, if it was something that happened in the streets, again, it would be something that I could be like, cool, like I could deal with that. Chungo dying off of just health issues. Literally, nigga, we're 11, 12. The nigga died from an asthma attack, bro.
That's crazy.
Nigga.
And as
We were
kids, you
young-
laugh and joke.
Bro,
about
we
it.
wild.
I had asthma, so I know. I know.
Bro,
what that,
we're
what
young,
that's like.
wild niggas. We're doing the craziest shit.
Yep.
Me at 10, 11 years old was running with a Mouse Jones at that same age. I was doing some wild shit.
Right.
I was out here wilding. We was out here having fun, doing reckless shit. And my
Private
man,
babies.
bro, and one of my boys to pass away from something that's not an op or something that we can't just put a finger on
Something
and
you
be
can't
like,
retaliate on.
Yeah, facts. Or blame someone for
That
it.
might be something big too.
change my whole mind. That's the no lie. That's the thing that pushed me to want to start doing acting.
Yeah.
It was on some like, all right, I can't, like, this shit is real. Like,
And it worked out for you, but that's so unfair. That is what
I
the
gotta do
project
something.
does, right? That's what
Those
what
circumstances push you to be like, yo,
he had to make a adult
crazy.
decision. Like,
Yeah.
I can't be in the streets being a kid anymore. I have to find something that's going to get me out of here.
Sustain, right?
The man,
Right. No, I
So
get that.
I have a really and ever since it's crazy, it always comes back to Chungo. Like no matter
that's
what.
a really good name though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nas. That's the second time I ever heard that name.
What? Chungo?
Chungo. Remember Nas says on was that not second childhood was Divine Goon and Chungo, Little Percy,
Yeah.
R.I.P. No remember no curse in front of him is burst.
So
That's the only Nas stuff I know. Off the top of my head.
I was like, oh,
so just,
I was sitting here like, wow,
just
somebody know
growing up-
Nas.
That
My
nigga,
bad.
that nigga love that.
only that song.
Only that one.
Okay.
Stillmatic was a good album. I don't fuck with the rest of that.
Just growing up and having like always having that. And mind you, I haven't been to a lot of funerals. I always go to wakes though. I always
Yes.
I always go to wakes.
Yeah, I tell me the difference.
Yes.
Yeah, what is the difference?
So a wake is usually the night before the funeral. Like
Body's not there.
Usually the body is there.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's the
what's the
viewing.
difference?
The body
It's
be
the
there.
viewing. The funeral is when the body goes into the ground. The wake is usually like right before, or people are come
See,
around.
I think
That makes sense.
I grew up different because
You can have regular clothes on.
Yes.
Like I usually come regular
I'm with you.
clothes.
because I grew up in church.
All right, that's what I was about to say.
So like this is why like
And
even this
that's why they call
conversation
it
for
the
me is like
funeral
service, but like death for me was really like I said, I seen the shit in school, third grade, come outside for a full day of school, my man get hit by a car, like right outside of coming out of school.
Right.
Boom.
Let me ask you real fast, just to distract you real fast. Was that traumatic? Did that circle back the other night when you?
Wow.
Like-
no. Funny enough, I didn't even correlate the two.
It didn't
but
even correlate?
It didn't hit, but
Nigga say,
but that's crazy though. But like for real, I seen that. So now like, and remember I grew up in church. So now I'm the church drummer. I'm playing for every
you
funeral.
have
I knew he was a drummer.
Ooh,
I'm trying to
shit.
tell you, I knew he was a drummer. It was the shoulders.
They all got the, they all got the strong.
And when you got to look at it,
you got
it's
to
right
look
here.
at
funny
the
as shit,
posture.
though.
It's the posture.
in the denim jacket. That's a very drummer move.
You got to think denim is tight usually.
Very
so
true.
Like,
You see, that's a loose fit in denim because he got to be.
He gotta be able to move. He gotta be able to move.
And you know he a church drummer, so he right here.
Yeah, I'm here with it.
He said,
all wrist.
Look, I
Nigga
told
said
you.
all
Look,
wrist.
he right here.
Look at that shit flick. I saw you,
All
nigga.
wrist.
Look at that.
All wrist.
Look at that
Oh,
boy
nigga.
wrist.
Wrist and fingers.
nigga.
It's
Look
all
at my
wrist.
nigga
fingers.
wrist. Come
We
on, man.
This far.
Yo,
Look, my
nigga
man
said.
in the back caught it. Oh, we
Yo,
churchy.
that's funny as. But no, real talk. That made death very regular to me.
Yeah, wow. I never thought of that
Because
either.
I'm at church, like I don't even know these people, but I'm seeing a casket probably twice a month. At least twice a month. I gotta stay at church to play after church for a funeral.
Understood.
So I'm young. I started playing drums like 13.
Yeah.
So
that's how it
after I
goes.
see my mans, I'm in third grade. Then now I'm in church all the time. I gotta see
What church you went to?
CWC. It's right here on Bedford and Madison, the big red church.
I think that's where we initially met. You remember that first time me and you met a few weeks ago when we were trying to remember?
Yeah.
I think that might be where we first met.
Could have been. I grew up there, so
Because
like,
my
I've been there my
biological
whole life.
father is a pastor, and he always used to guest preach there.
What's his name?
We're gonna bleep
well,
this out.
yeah, but
That's why
We'll
I said
talk
I
after.
met
I know
this
you.
nigga before.
We'll talk.
Yo.
And when
after.
he said drummer, I'm sitting here.
Wow.
I'm sitting here like,
I made my rounds.
and that's what I'm looking. I'm like, because
Yeah.
every time we said where we met each other,
It's
it was
always-
always,
it be right
nah,
now.
it wasn't
Blurry.
that. It wasn't
It's
that.
blurry, but damn, wow.
That's where I think we met.
crazy. Yeah,
that is where I think we met.
Jesus.
Wow.
You know, one thing I wanted to bring up when you was bringing up your friend, and it took me back to my childhood friend, and I just it's so funny how in hearing in someone's story, I'm pretty sure people hearing that they're probably, if they've been through this, then it's bringing something back for them because it brought something for me. I had a best friend. He was my childhood best friend, around the same age. His name was Lamont. God rest his soul.
Rest in peace, Lamont.
Facts. Was my childhood best friend. We lived in the same building. We would run around. You know, we were just amazing friends. And our lives just happened to go in two different paths. He fell into the streets heavy, and my mother kept my ass inside.
Right.
Long story short. And I remember years later, like I was an adult, and I remember he was out here. He was banging. He was doing mad shit. And I remember he went to jail, and I knew he was in jail. Like I see his mom sometimes. I knew he was in jail, and I was like, "How's your son?" She said, "He's doing all right." And he passed away in jail. He was killed in jail. Fuck.
Damn.
And I remember thinking about that, like, yo, could have been either one of us.
Yeah.
facts.
It's just so funny how life just plays these paths. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, bro, we were in the same situation, same building, single mom.
made the same choices.
Could have been no, our father's not.
It's literally just a choice, bro.
It's just a choice, and it's unfortunate. But what I do is I say to myself, well, at least I can learn from him. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that friendship because at the end of the day, that could have easily been me.
Yeah,
100%.
So I appreciate him just being my friend, and it breaks my heart like that. My childhood best friend is just gone. You know what I mean? Because I wish we could have grew up together. You know what I mean? Like, but it's just such a strange. It's so strange. You bringing feelings out. This is all fucking.
I think I want to have that conversation at a different time on this podcast, just about the way academics can, academic
shit.
blacks can like shit on hood niggas and like to get that existence, right? Like just that Lamont's very existence in his life, and all of us, my existence in somebody's life. Niggas super more hood than me existence in my life.
Oh yeah.
Same thing with everybody. We're only here and able to make these moves that we're able to make because of those hood niggas.
That's a fact.
And academics tend to blame the hood niggas.
Yeah, when in all actuality,
or say it. God, please say it, Mac.
In all actuality, we need to applaud them.
That's a fact.
I think the biggest problem with the black community is not the hood niggas.
It's not.
I think it's the academics. I think it's the academics that lose sight of.
I wouldn't even
give them an escape from the black experience.
That's what I was about to say. I don't think it's the academics. I think it's the what's the word? The entitlement.
Entitlement that comes with the academia.
Academia is fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Learn as much as you want to.
Yeah.
Hood niggas learn too.
Yeah.
The streets is a school.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
The streets is a school. You gotta learn that shit.
That's true.
Or you gonna get burnt.
Right.
It's the entitlement that comes from
an
that.
F on a test and you just being upset.
These niggas get an F on the test.
You get an F in the test.
That
Nigga,
F is a bullet in the
clipped.
head.
It's over.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
It could like it's like it's a bullet in the head. It's your re-up fucked up. It's
50
years.
years.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Football numbers, like
It's a dangerous game.
It's a different game, but it's still academia.
I don't want to step on the conversation we're having now because I really love what the pocket we're in. I don't want to lose it.
Okay.
But I definitely just.
But that was a good.
Just hold me accountable
Of course,
to that,
of
Mac.
course,
I
of
want to
course.
have that conversation, academia versus the hood nigga, because like I said, it's being in the space I'm in now, existing as like literally the only person who lives in that intersection right now. Publicly, should I say? There's a lot of people like me who come from the hood,
Right.
of the hood, done the dirt,
Right.
Facts.
and is now trying to.
Transcend.
We get shitted on, bro.
Of course.
We get shitted on so much. We get buried,
Right.
and it's ugly. And I definitely want to talk about that. But yes, we were speaking about this grieving, right? So let me ask y'all this: how do you grieve? How do you properly grieve and mourn someone that's not there? Because I know the real smart people. They talk about like you got to mourn breakups and you got to grieve people, but it's so. You can't. Right? Like, what am I grieving? They still alive. I'm grieving a relationship. Shut up.
Yo,
I don't know how to grieve.
How do you really fucking do this? Like, I'm genuinely asking. Like, how do you do it?
I live in a perpetual state of like mourning, bro.
Right.
I have not healed or healed or whatever you call it from any of those losses.
Yeah.
From Nan Jones,
Right.
from Juanita Cook.
Right.
Miles Moore, and now Aisha K. Fines,
Right.
and all the all the niggas we lost in Wine Dance, North Babylon. I'm still mourning those niggas. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't even know what grieving really is. Like, how does that work? Like, how do you do it?
As
like,
men, I don't think we get a chance to.
because it's like it's either you cry in the moment or you don't, and then it's like time passed, and what happens now?
See,
like,
but is it always crying or
like, what's your release? Like, how
is
does that?
it, or is it just taking in the moment of remembering the person?
That's what. Okay, so that's what I was about to get to. I think a lot of times the way that we look at grieving is we want grieving to be as finite as death is.
Right. That was good. God damn.
That nigga a fucking podcaster.
Yeah,
God damn.
You potting right now.
We low key.
Nigga throwing pillows. Let's go.
Nah, that was good.
That was good. That was good.
We
that
low
was
key.
good.
I mean, we think about it a lot. Like we want this finite thing that'll save us, absolve us of our feelings. Everything is going to be fine. We want the grieving to be as finite as the death is.
Yeah.
When in all actuality, all it really is reliving the moments. It's as mommy said, it's kind of like just
Taking them with you.
relishing the memories,
Right.
taking them with you, understanding that, even though they are gone, life goes on, but the lessons and the memories that you've had with them, the things that you've learned from them, those things don't die.
Right.
It's kind of like if I had to think about grieving the way that I guess grieving is supposed to be, it's kind of like a baton, right? Like a race, right? It's a race. What they're giving you, how you're supposed to be grieving.
I'm sorry, you on your shit right now, bro.
Grabbing,
yo, wow,
everything that they've given you, all of the lessons, all of the memories. It's you grabbing that baton and continuing the race.
Wow.
Because eventually we're not going to be here.
Right.
So all of the things that we've learned, all of the lessons that we've learned, every memory that we've gone through, now we're giving somebody else those same lessons. We're giving somebody else similar memories or better memories, bigger memories for our children, for our wives, our girlfriends, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. So we got to pass that baton on to them as well. That's what grieving is. Preparing to grab that baton and keep running.
Wow.
I like that.
You got to have that baton in your hand all the time, though. You can't drop that shit.
Right. Absolutely.
That's what grieving is.
I get it.
I think people look at it so surface. Like, what is the
like? How do I end this feeling?
Yeah, like how do I stop?
How do I end this feeling? You can't end it. The feeling that you have is in your hands.
That's a fact.
You gotta keep running though.
Yeah,
and feel your way through it.
Yeah. You know, I think about it in rap. This is a bad.
That was
good. That was amazing, by the way. Shout out, facts. This is a really bad comparison that I would make. I try to think about it like being in a relationship with someone for a long time, right? When I'm in a relationship with someone for a long time, when it initially breaks off, it fucking hurts, right? Like it fucking hurts. But day by day, as time starts to progress, I start to get better. And then as time progresses, I can really deal with it. Then it gets to even the place where if I see you, oh, it's good. It's cool.
Exactly.
So in my head, I try to think of it in comparison to that, where it's a time thing where over time I can learn to cope with these things and accept things. You never get over it.
Right.
But I think that time does have a big factor to play. Like I can't imagine my mother. I can't imagine. Like I think in my like you
and just meeting your mother once, I can't imagine you not being like. If anyone's ever seen him and his mother and his family just interact, remember?
Yeah, facts.
And it was like, and I've never told you this before.
Yeah, okay.
It was like one of the most beautiful, genuine things I ever seen in my life. Like just him coaching his family how to do this video. And I'm just watching like, this is dope. And it's like, you ever watch something and you're like, man, I wish my family was like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 200%.
All the time.
You know, I could never get my family to do that.
Right.
We're going to crack jokes and laugh and giggle and all that.
Right.
But like, it was, oh man, I don't want to cry. It was the fact that he was about to do something very important to him, which was something regarding his music. And the way the family came
around
together.
Yeah.
This wasn't, I'm just being honest.
Go ahead. Yeah.
This wasn't going on BET.
Yeah.
This wasn't going on. Like he came in and said, "Yo, I need y'all to do this video for my Instagram." It's an Instagram video. That's it.
Right.
That's all this is about to be.
But it was important to him.
It was important to him.
Yeah.
And
and
everybody
it became
galvanized, but his mom
Was not playing.
was, what am I doing? You know, he's like, "Oh, mom, like this." And it was just this very like. I feel like I seen them when they. When he was younger,
Right.
you could see that, right?
Right.
You can look, you could witness and experience
And see,
a
like,
moment.
okay,
and
I
be
know
like,
how they was.
Oh, this is how he was when he was young.
Exactly.
So I can't even imagine you not being able to have that, because that love was just so present.
Right. It's scary. It's a scary thought. Like when I think about that was like I said, that was the first time I had somebody close to me pass, and I was like, holy shit. I just feel like it's gonna get closer because they're going to go at some point. I know these people aren't going to be here, so it's really scary. So when even this conversation is bringing some really strange insecurities and vibe, like energy to me, where I'm like, wow, I'm really not taking the time to think about this in the moment, but right now I'm starting to really relish in it. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, like I gotta make sure, yo mom, like I'm about to take my mom to dinner tomorrow. Just because you said that, I'm like, let me just have a moment with my mom. You know what I mean? Like just because these people they're not gonna be here.
How do we, okay. Everybody here has lost somebody. Everybody in this room, we've all lost somebody.
200%.
And we've all had that moment for like 2 weeks where we're the most present and accounted for and just there for everybody we love.
Yeah.
By week 3, you're back in you're back in the studio,
your regular
recording,
life, yep.
and making sure Hold My Dick Studios is running well. You're recording. Can't let it go. Because I'm gonna tell you why I did that. It goes back to the episode before, right? It is my defense mechanism.
Yeah.
It is.
I felt it. I felt like a tear welling.
Nigga said, all right, hold on, I gotta get out.
I gotta get
That's how you.
Hold my dick.
Yeah.
Gotta get these jokes.
How to get a joke. But you go back in the studio and you're recording. We're recording. Everybody's doing something. We're all back in our bubbles.
Right.
Until the next time. It's this ugly fucking vicious cycle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I just had that moment just now. Like that was like it's really fucking ugly what we regress to. And it's like, is it some type of subconscious performativeness that we're doing in those 2 weeks? Or is it some like real true survival instinct that we like then push back?
I don't even
away?
think I have that 2 weeks.
I think it's kind of like the concept of, think about it. If you got shot, like if you go to, this is just be me hypothetical.
Wait.
If you go to a club, shooting happens, you get shot in your leg, right? Are you going to stay away from clubs for a good amount of time?
I got a better one. It's fucking COVID.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's fucking COVID.
It's like a PTSD
when
kind of thing.
COVID got here, he knows we were wiping.
Nigga.
We were recording at Riot
washing my
Studio.
hands.
I came with my
Yeah.
own thing. It was like,
Yep.
Groceries. Oh, whoa, stay away from me.
Right.
Hey, 6 feet. Get the fuck away from me. Wash my hands every time. Now that never stopped because I was doing that before.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
Facts.
That's what we were all supposed to do.
Yeah,
Niggas
black
washing
people.
their
First
hands
of all,
before.
I want to say black people been
Black
washing their
people
hands
been
all their
washing-
lives.
So
Yeah.
you will get embarrassed. Your girl you ever come out to shitty
what?
and you try and like kiss your girl, she's like, did you wash your hands?
Nasty.
Nigga,
You be like, bitch,
nigga,
why you so loud?
yo, when I tell you every time I go to the bathroom, it's gotten to a point where I get out of the bathroom. Christina's like, "Well, did you wash your hands?"
You gotta turn around?
Funky? Either
Right.
I gotta
Come
turn
on.
around, but it'd be those great times when I did wash my hands. I just put my hand on the face.
I do this. I put on their lip. I put on their lip.
Right on
Like,
the lip flick?
I'm like, shut up. Bow.
Or you just
Feel
hit
like
it with the.
moisture.
And let her wonder what it is, too. Like,
Is it
shut
water?
up.
Is it piss?
I watch him.
I don't know.
So it's like it burnt.
Got your fucking answer.
Here's your fucking answers
Here's
right
fucking
there.
answer.
Like,
But yeah, it's COVID, right? We were so scared of fucking COVID.
and then look at the other night.
I'm
that-
vaccinated.
We
I'm
literally was
vaccinated. I
outside.
had my mask. Don't know about the rest.
Nah,
of the
but
girls.
still, like,
Yeah, but
I was
still.
like,
You're
I
right.
was still
You're right.
outside.
In the
Like,
beginning of COVID,
yo,
we would have never
Like it
did
was
that.
2019 again.
I couldn't believe it. I was
Facts.
really like, yo, I haven't seen this much
Actually,
people
I'm gonna keep it a bone.
in front of me.
It's crazier than 2019.
Oh, because
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
making
because
up for lost time.
Yeah,
Everybody's
nigga,
trying to make it
looks
up.
like
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
Freaknik
I'm
everywhere.
not gonna hold you.
It was bad.
Shout out to Litnick. I didn't go. Shout out to the people at Litnick. That shit looked amazing. It looked beautiful. Shout out to R&B House Party. Shout out to Charles and his wife, which is fucking dope. That's fucking dope. Clap it up for R&B House Party. Mac performed there, so clap it up for him as well. Clap it up for Mac. It's just a really dope party that
Right.
this man and his wife throws.
Okay.
It's just really dope. Yeah.
Fire.
So shout out to Charles.
Okay.
And it was the fact. No, we're getting off topic. Circle back. It was the fact that he offered the microphone to me at his party. To me, that broke something in me. And I probably will never go back to the way I was. I was always very, like you said earlier, I get very Brooklyn energy. That's my father's from Brooklyn.
Very true.
And I'm also just very aggressive by nature. Like, that's just how I am. So I don't, even Mac could tell you, like, me and Mac loved me. And I loved Mac, but it was like, I didn't know how, and like, it almost sounded like a relationship. I didn't know how to embrace Mac.
Facts.
And I didn't know if he would know how to embrace me. So I kind of just played it cool until he opened the door. And when he opened the door, it was like, I just felt dumb. Right? I'm like, why was I like,
What was I waiting out here for?
Yeah.
like, what the fuck, bro? Like, the nigga's mad
We could have
cool.
been bros.
So
Like,
I say that to say there's a lot of issues or energy that I might have had for other New York City hosts or party throwers or whatever you want to call it, just based on circumstance. Nothing they did, just I'm over here, nigga. It's
Fuck y'all niggas over
Fuck
there.
but yo,
y'all
is
niggas
that a
over
New
there.
York thing?
Yes.
though?
It's I don't know if it's a New York thing. It's definitely a Mouse thing because I can't because I don't want people to hear this and be like, yo, that's not. It's just him. Because I did notice, and Mac can tell you, I did notice that in 2018, 2019, when I'm cooking and I'm really getting to where I deserve, it was a lot of other people connecting together. And I was like, nah, fuck that. Nah, nigga.
That is true.
But even that, right? It takes the thing I've noticed about the energy, and of course we're getting off topic, but the thing I noticed about New York energy is that it connects once the two or more parties are at a place of elevation. When it's on we're on the come up shit. Niggas is on some like fuck fight. You nigga. I'll see you at the top.
It's probably the only thing I'm not competitive in, and I think I still am kind of competitive in it. It's podcasting, just because by proxy you can't
not in this space. Yeah,
it's too niche.
No,
yeah.
I mean, the what hip hop question legend and list is the number 6 music podcast in America.
Clap it up one time.
In the world. You know, there are some people at the top who don't belong there, but we'll get them out of there.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. It's fine. But what I am saying is, it's impossible to compete in podcasting, right? Like, we laugh and joke at the beginning of the show and be like, yo, don't listen to us on Friday, listen to us on Monday. But really, they're going to listen to us when they have time to listen to us. Yeah, that's fact. They fuck with us, they're going to listen to us no matter what. There's people that religiously listen to us on Saturdays. That's just what happens. Yeah. But they also listen to all their other favorite podcasts, and they make sure. I am an avid podcast listener. I make sure I listen to all my podcasts. Before a week is up,
that's fact.
I make sure every day I'm listening. I'm not promoting them, but
we know.
Exactly, yeah.
But I'm listening to everybody, and I make sure I listen to everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we can't compete in the podcast. You just make sure you have the best product, and make sure you're the best podcast that's recorded out of HMD Studios.
Talk about it.
Easily the best podcast recorded.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Look at the material. Look at the material.
I'm just saying.
Look at the material. Right? Yeah. See, the thing is,
oh, you a funny nigga.
Let me fuck this shit up over here.
He a funny nigga.
Talking about our business proceedings.
Wow, that's
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying, like, see the thing is with greatness.
Wow.
Either you're great or you're great.
Either you're great or you're Mac Wilds and Mouse Jones. And
I'm just saying,
it's one or the other. It's one or the other. Oh man,
you could get away with that because Ryan was on their show.
Yep.
You could get away with that one.
I don't know what you're talking about. We were just literally talking about.
Okay, you're right.
We were just using words.
We're just using words. Do you hear what niggas finesse said? I'm just using words, bro.
Just using words.
The fuck you talking about?
But you know what? Let's put a button in a grief conversation. Let's put a button on it, and then we could talk about how you know that energy is amongst people, because I think that is a part of growth.
I do too.
So let's just to put a button on the grief conversation. I think we're all, if I'm not speaking for everybody, I think we're all saying, whatever that is, whatever that process is, there's no escaping it. Right? I think that's what we're saying. We're all saying we don't know how to do it.
Everybody has different,
but it has to happen.
Everybody has different mechanisms.
That's a fact.
You know, everybody has those different, whatever it takes to. The one thing I will say is that running away from it is never, or trying not to think about it. I don't want to just say running away from it.
Right.
Trying not to think about it never works. Yeah, no. Your memory is your memory. You'll smell this certain thing.
Oh my goodness.
You'll go to the household.
You're talking today, bro.
You'll whatever, and that memory will rush right back in your head. So trying to get away from it. I can't even see
brown without seeing my uncle. Because he had this like hideous brown suit on one time. And I put it on Facebook, and I was like, and I asked everybody, I said, what color brown is this? And like, it was like a whole joke thread, and it's like, my mom, my dad, they loved it. He loved it. And now, like, if I look at brown, if I look at like a shitty brown, I'm like,
now you got to think about it.
I miss mom.
So it's something that you can't run away from. I think it's something that you got to embrace. Just like I said, we're not in a regular type of race, y'all. This isn't, in the words of the God, man, this isn't a sprint. This is a marathon. Yeah. You gotta get that baton in your hand and just keep running. It's that simple.
Man, that's the deepest. Yo, Kev, Devon, I don't want to step on y'all. Is there anything y'all want to say last on grief?
Man, I feel like for me it's very, like I was saying earlier, I'm a little numb to things. Yeah. And I feel like that whole life goes on happens very fast.
Too fast.
So like you said, like it's like 2 weeks and then life goes on. I feel like that shit goes on right away from me.
Son, yo.
And I don't really.
It's so funny that he says church did that to him. Yeah. Because I kind of feel the same way. But I can acknowledge the existence of both. But it's so funny you said that, because you're playing the funeral.
So it's like you're not even thinking about the fact that
somebody died.
Somebody died. It's kind of like I just got to be here to play.
It's a gig.
I'm here. Like
it normalized it in the
sense. Yeah. So it's like for me, like death it like I said, when grandma went when they put that casket in the ground is when it really was like, oh shit.
I was
like,
on my knees.
can't-
I'm watching it go down, and now like I'm feeling the heaviness, and I'm like, I'm fucked up.
Right.
That's
But
when I found
before
out how
that, it was
strong my
kind of
baby
like,
mother was.
wow.
She picked me up off the ground. I said, oh my God.
Yo,
Stupid.
Boy, I hit the ground, and I was the cousin
'Cause you can't
holding
control
together
it.
for everybody.
It's something takes over you.
can't control. At that moment, I was
Everybody
fucked up. Like,
everybody kept asking. I could hear everybody, and they're like, "Did mouse cry? Did mouse cry?"
Yeah.
he ain't crying.
Yo, isn't that it's kind of like
I'm just holding it together for
throws me
everybody.
off.
I'm just like,
yeah, I'm
got
cool.
y'all.
I'm cool. Like
you know, telling my aunt, "Hey, listen, I got y'all. Don't
and then,
worry about
yeah.
it."
and then boom,
That casket hit. I said,
it's over.
whoa.
like onions.
Yeah, yo.
And I remember my knees hit the floor, boy. My knee, I was in that dirt, and like, not my grandmother.
Yeah.
You know, like just, ooh. And I could feel it right now. I could even feel like it was just like,
Right.
and she picked me up
And that was it.
because I didn't get it. All right, so yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a heavy comment. I wasn't prepared for that.
No, not-
We weren't either. That's
not
the
at
crazy
all.
part.
Damn.
Not at all.
I wasn't either, man. Man, one more time, Aisha K. Fane. Shout out to her.
We love you, Aisha.
Even in her absence, you know what I
out
mean?
to her
Just
for that.
bringing
The best out of
black
all
men
of
don't.
us.
We're not able to have this a lot, which
That's a
is why
fact.
we promote it so much.
Uh-huh.
Where it's like, yo, just show up, bro. You know what I mean? Like we had a guest that was going to have one today. I didn't write anything down for him. It was like, yo, just show up.
Right.
Very rarely do we do that. Like unless it's like, you know, like loud in the
specific-
riot, it made sense. And certain
Unless
people,
they asked us to do,
all right.
like, yeah.
It makes sense to like do one of those in-depth interviews, like show our journalistic standpoint. But
Right.
you know, at the basis of that, the crux of what the guys next door is, it was just three niggas about to turn 30
Right.
and want to just share our perspective. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I think we really promote just open conversation amongst black men because this conversation would have never happened
Right.
outside of us, right?
Right.
It would have been, yo, I can't believe that nigga go, bro.
Seriously, that's
Yeah.
it.
It would've been
Yo, that nigga
over
was bad funny, bro.
fast.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we quick. It's like I feel like with men and this is why I appreciate the conversation with your mom. I think we're kind of glazing over how important that was, even to me.
Yeah.
Because to hear your mom say, "Go ahead, cry, boy,"
Yeah.
is some mothers are not like that. You know what I'm saying? Some mothers have raised us to be very tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the fact that your mother raised you in an environment where it was like, yo, open up. Yo, go ahead. Let it.
So that's the funny thing. That's all new. And I just have to be in the space to accept it. So the reason why I promote and push change in black men, because we have the power to change everything around us, right?
Sure.
If we really believe in this alpha male shit, we really believe in that. We really believe in that divine masculinity shit. If we really believe that shit, we would change us and understand that force
That will
would
change
cause
everything
everybody
around
to
us.
change.
Yeah.
So when
It's
I
the
started
trickle-down
to
effect.
change and I started to hear things and I started to hear things outside of my own perspective and be open to listen from people like Aisha, it gave me, okay, all right. And I'm holding all this and I'm running back home like, all right, everybody, listen.
This is what I got.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, everybody,
That's
listen.
a fact. Yeah,
And I
yeah,
had to
yeah,
tell
yeah.
my mom.
Right.
I tell, hey, whoa, don't talk to me like that. I don't like that. I didn't have the words for it before.
Right.
Don't do that.
Right.
And what that did is soften my mom up because my mom was a very rough mom. She was a
Okay.
very, what you crying for? Not beat on me rough, but, like,
But I know what you mean.
But just
what are you
like,
crying for?
yeah.
Did you grow up with your dad?
not my biological father, but I had a father since the age of 6. Yes.
Okay, that's what I felt like. My mom was, my mother and my grandmother were like that with me.
My dad.
I didn't
was-
grow up with my dad at all, so it was
Yeah.
like they were both like, "Yo, stop whining all the time," and I'd be like,
Oh yeah,
Nigga.
yeah. My grandmother from the south.
sister
South
just
of
stabbed me,
Virginia.
like, what you mean?
Same. My grandmother
Nah.
was from the South.
Ain't none of that.
Yeah, we ain't
So it
rocking
was
with that,
like
yeah.
this is new. So like even hearing that,
Yeah.
it just boom. Certain conversations I have, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna put it on blast, but just certain conversations about
Yeah.
like fundamental things that was, you know, that we could have did better growing up.
Right. She
And
learned.
so even that, and that hearing her say that, it's like,
Yeah, and it sounds innate. It sounds like it's a part of her.
She took it.
I believed it. I would have thought that was how she was, you know, from day one, since
she just
conception.
she understood, and she
That's
said,
dope. I like that even better.
She just knows it's making space,
Right.
And that's what I
That's
tell
the
everybody.
biggest thing.
And
Just
that-
make
and
space.
You know that. That's my thing. I
just make space.
space. That's our job as black people. Just as black men, our job is to make space.
Right.
If we make space, everything else will fall in. We do too much. We want to make the space and then tell people who to sit
How to
in the
do?
space.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, do that.
Space.
Make the space. Sit
And back up.
I had the same conversation at
Yeah,
your
I
house.
was about to say, yeah, I know.
Just make the space.
Right.
You make the space and you allow everybody to do what they're gonna do. The minute you do that, everything changes.
That's true.
But we control that.
Yeah.
We control that. That's how powerful it is. I just tell my so in that instance, you heard my mother making space.
She opened up. I liked it. I appreciated that in her. Like to hear that, I was just like, that's good. That you're telling a man it's okay. Have emotions.
And I think it means more. Yeah. To be honest, I think it means more hearing my mom tell me as a man that that's okay than it ever could have.
If you were younger,
as a boy.
As a boy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because as kids, especially somebody like me, I would have manipulated it. I probably would have been like. I never cried as a kid. Like even now, like she didn't even say. I thought she was gonna say it on the phone. When I started crying at that funeral, she was like, "Oh my God, I broke him." Because she's not used to seeing me cry.
Right.
Even like yesterday, I texted her. I was like, "Yo, I'm sad.
Right.
I'm kind of sad, Mom." And I said that I was able to say it to my mom twice. I don't say that to anybody. I don't.
Right.
Like you know, like
right.
Mac, he's just super intuitive. Like there's just certain days he'll hit me, be like, "Are you good, champion? You good?" I'm good. I sounded just like you, right?
I hate being an empath. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit is a gift and a curse, man. Being an empath, like you could really like
feel people's energy.
If I bang with you, if I really bang with you, I can feel your energy from a mile away.
Right.
Like,
and there was so many times over this pandemic where he was literally miles away, and I was in the shits of the shits. Like we would see each other. I honestly think we've seen each other during the pandemic way more than we've seen each other since the pandemic's over. Because we just had just.
Is it over? My bad.
Well, the quarantine part.
Okay, got you.
The pandemic is pandying.
Yeah.
But like the part where we weren't allowed out and the restrictions and all that, and we were all in 3 separate places. But we had a very, very structured and rigid recording schedule: Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Right. We might have to do this on Saturday. You know what I mean? So we've seen each other so much. And in that, I think Mac was able, and I don't know what he said to Ryan, but I'm pretty sure because me and Ryan are night and day were the same. He probably did the same thing with Ryan. And then he would just hit me and be like, "Yo, you good? All right, you good? Everything good?
Checking in."
And he don't even know how much that meant because it was like, no, like he was asking me, and I'm verbally I'm saying, yeah, I'm straight,
right?
But in my mind, I'm like, no, thank you for asking.
Right,
I am fucked up.
Nice.
What the fuck is happening to this world? Right.
I feel like I'm not even used to like my niggas talking to me like that to ask me. That
you're gonna get used to it with dealing.
I'm about to say,
like for real, like yo, you good?
Yeah, welcome to, like we really check on our niggas.
Hey, listen, you know what it is? I'm used to being the strong friend,
right? Right.
So
nobody asks you shit.
There's been maybe like one moment in my life where everybody's around, and I don't really celebrate my birthday like that, right? So I think that we had like a surprise birthday for me, and I was upset in that moment, and I don't. Hey, but check this out. Right. I'm smart enough to know that's wrong.
Of course,
you know they made an effort. That was wrong, but I get really emotional on my birthday, you know, for a bunch of reasons, and I remember that moment just being like really distraught about it, and I was like, yo, no, none of y'all really even asked me like how I'm doing today. Like no one ever. But when y'all need me, holy shit, do I show up. Right. Yeah. So to me in that moment, it was just like just trying to find that balance of like, yo, yeah, I'm the strong friend. Ask me. That means so much. Right. Just to ask me, yo, you good? Like how you doing today? I'm like, yo, I'm all right. Even if I lie to you, it's just the thought.
It's the thought that you had to ask.
Yo, that someone just says something.
This conversation is like, I don't know what the word is. It's like, it's like this energy that's flowing, right? And it's like, it happens often when we have these conversations amongst each other, but it's like, they never had a conversation with us like that. So it's dope because what you just said is so real because that's all it was. It was the fact that Mac took the time out of it. He's a new father, a new husband, in unfamiliar territory, during unfamiliar times, dealing with whatever he's dealing with, and said, yo, let me check on Mouse.
That's right.
Like that was, it wasn't even the fact that he asked. It was the fact that something shot in his fucking head and said, let me check on Mouse.
Right.
And that shit, he don't even know. It was like a punch to the gut, but in a good way.
Right.
It was like, nigga, take that little wall down, nigga.
Like, relax.
Somebody care.
Stupid ass wall.
I can see that. I definitely get that from you a lot, though. Like
somebody care. What?
Being around him now, I see like he's the guy that
everybody comes to.
Yeah. So like when he be saying certain things, I be like, nigga, go do something nice for yourself. He be looking at me like I'm crazy.
Like what?
Like, nigga, come on, man. Go do something for yourself. You really like work hard. You do your
What
thing.
does
You know what
doing
I mean?
something? Here we go. What time are we at? I don't want to run.
1:19.
All right, we're good.
Hour 19.
Okay, we're good. More than good. Oh, wow.
Damn.
Wow.
That shit flew.
We are true podcasters. Hello.
We potting.
Yeah, so let me ask you that. What does doing something nice for yourself look like? Because for me, whenever I hear that, it's always like this very, I'm about to use a bunch of buzzwords, so here y'all go.
Go ahead.
Okay. It's always like this very capitalistic thing where it's like,
Yeah.
all right, let me go buy this super
Right.
expensive thing that's
Right.
gonna make me feel good. Like, I was talking about the other day, I was like, somebody was talking about like achievements. And they were like, yo, with achievements, I forgot what I was listening to, I'm sorry. They were talking about achievements and they were like, you know, you go achieve something and you really probably appreciated the journey more than you did the actual achievement.
Right.
That you should.
And I was like, that's me with the sneakers. It's like, am I gonna get it? I know I'm gonna get it. I got it. Oh, I'm so happy. You're the most beautiful thing in the world.
now the next thing.
Let me put you in a case.
Put it down and
Box. All right, moving
Yeah,
on. I'm probably not
moving
gonna
on.
wear you for 2
Never
months.
gonna wear you.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's why I'm saying it's like, what do you do? What is it like doing something nice for yourself? What does it look like showing up for yourself?
You know what's crazy? I think not last year. Damn, this was like, son, time be fucking flying, bro.
especially these 2 years.
It's been before Tristan was born. Maybe the year before Tristan was born, 2018. I think that was the year. I was shooting a movie, and it was so funny. I was like, today, instead of rushing through my usual like morning routine or something, I think it was like around my birthday or something like that. Like, instead of rushing through my regular morning routine, I'm gonna actually take my time. I'm gonna take my time in the shower. I'm gonna take my time after the shower. I'm talking about fully lotion everything. Take my time,
Like
like
nasty nigga, bro.
yo, like just get
You just straight lotion the meat. You just like
everything.
you're
Son.
disgusting.
Like, take my time.
You did
Because
the undercut.
had to.
You did your booty cut?
whole thing,
You
whole
a-
situation.
You a freaky nigga.
Listen,
You talking about the gooch? You call it an undercut?
No,
just the cuff, the booty cuff.
You know when your butt cups?
Yes.
Nigga said, you talking about the gooch?
No,
Like,
gooch is the gooch. If you
Yeah.
lotion the gooch, that means you shave it, which we have a whole different thing to talk about. Because where do you go? I want to get rid of this gooch shit.
where do you go?
Hey, listen.
said, "Put me on, bro."
There's a company that isn't paying us anymore that gave us a shaver, but you know, we'll talk about that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Bam, bam.
Well,
Bang,
got
bang.
it. Heard you. That's all I need. I
Tell-
got.
tell
I
them
am
they-
tired.
we
Okay,
need-
I
we
am.
need I understand.
I am bound by the shackles of gooch hair.
Best thing about that.
Oh my God.
Best thing about that company that we
Yeah,
can't
that don't
speak
pay us
about.
no more, yeah.
They don't pay us. It's waterproof, so
Yes.
it's amazing.
Oh, they
I know
fuck
exactly what
the
the person talking about because I got one.
look at where we are right now.
Look at this is what
I
behind
know.
next door is.
This
We're
is
fully
open.
complete.
This
podcast.
is love it. This is an open nigga. Like, men
is
are
good,
being
real.
open,
Yo,
my
yeah,
nigga,
yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
OD,
bro.
like,
real
So,
shit.
okay, so
I enjoy it. Go
but
ahead.
taking more time with myself versus buying. Like, I promise you, that felt better than buying anything. Like that, I understood what women be on. Some like, yo, I need some time to myself. I need some self-care type shit. Cause nigga, taking that time, and it's something simple. Taking an extra long shower, nigga. Putting lotion on every part of my body, nigga. Just making sure that I feel good in that moment. And then just sitting in the bed and just chilling, nigga. There was nothing better than that feeling, especially in that moment. If I felt refreshed.
Right.
Like, that's what I feel like when you show up for yourself, you gotta think of it like putting your phone on the charger, and not just putting your phone on the charger. You know something. You know something that a lot of us do that Apple hates, or like all of these tech companies hate.
What?
We don't turn our phone off enough. We don't.
I only turn my phone off when they start acting stupid. That's a little.
We don't turn our phone off enough.
Whenever my shit start doing, you're so
So
right.
think about
You
it.
said you hate that? They hate that, you said?
Oh yeah, because it kills your battery. I mean, they probably love it because
It means
you're
you're
gonna
gonna buy
spend more
a new
money.
battery.
Right. Exactly. But it kills your battery. So think of it as a human. Nigga, we don't turn ourselves off enough. We don't turn ourselves off and put us on a charger like without having something else to do.
Right.
Niggas take showers all the time. But niggas ain't taking any time on some like, yo, because usually a nigga got to take a shower, or I got to get ready for the next
That's
thing.
a fact.
Or I got to head to this.
Right.
I got to do this.
Right.
Or I got to take care of the baby. Or I got to... Taking time to just focus on you, nigga, that is recharging.
You know what's funny? To add to that, I just feel like if you set up your environment, right?
Yes.
If you set up your environment properly, I think that it will go a long way in you taking care of yourself. For instance, this place right now has, I don't know if you noticed.
My HMD?
Yes, HMD. Has no, thank you for product placement.
Bam, bam.
You'll notice that this place has no actual wired chargers there or wireless chargers in here. That you place your phone down if your phone is dying. Reason why is because if your phone is dying, chances are you've been on it too fucking long. So you can't.
have to put it down.
So it's kind of a check for me because in my crib I do the same thing. If my phone is dying, it's time to put my phone down, and I can't pick it up because I need it to charge. So it's something that if you set up your environment a certain way, like little things like that, it's
more conducive.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yes.
Also, can I have your fast charger then?
Mouse.
Get the fuck
out. Right now, Jesus.
Let me get that. Since y'all got those, let me get the other one.
I know you got the fast one.
Why do you have the fast
Let me get that fast one. I seen
them.
Those are for emergencies only.
Might as well just hand them
slide me that one. I seen it.
Put your phone. I'm very big.
That's really crazy.
I don't scroll on Instagram. Wow. That's just me personally. It fucks me up. I noticed that when I ingest, you notice things on social media when you look at certain things. Analyze how you feel after. So I'll scroll on Instagram and I started to realize like I don't feel good. Like something.
What are you feeling?
I
want to talk about what you're feeling.
I've
heard
of
that from women before. I've never heard that from a man. So what are you feeling in that moment?
It's a feeling. I don't want it to sound like a jealousy thing.
We don't care
like
about that here. We
cool.
don't care about that.
All right, good.
No
we can be
preferences.
honest.
Yeah.
But it just feels like, I don't know, I think I'm ingesting too much of everyone's lives and I'm only seeing what you want me to see, which is the highlights.
Right.
And maybe in that moment I'm not feeling my best, so it can make me feel,
nigga, what?
Oh, I need to get up or I need to do something or
boy.
So I stopped. Personally, I just stopped scrolling on Instagram.
And you saying you share that feeling.
2,000%.
I've never.
Yo, you gotta understand, man.
I get it, but
I've never understood. I hear women say that, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
You know what's crazy?
I've never heard a black man say that. So wow.
You are in a part of the business that actually no, you are too. Like, but you help on the other side. You're not one of the artists, right? As an artist, and it's so crazy, Drake said this shit, and I felt like this is probably the most poignant shit this nigga's ever said. Besides,
light-skinned, but I'm still a dark nigga.
Stop it.
Okay,
stop it. No, when he won his Grammy, the nigga got up there and he said, "Listen, I want everybody to understand something, right? I want everybody to understand that's in this building that we work. The job that we have right now that we're all in this building for, we work in a very opinion-based sport. It's not like basketball. It's not like football. However many points you put up on the board, however many rebounds, all of that shit, nobody cares about that stuff. It's all about who cares about you in the moment, and that's when you win the award. So if you are making money, if you're providing for your family, if your hood loves you, if you've made the hood, if those things check off, then you're fine. A lot of times we get into these situations, like I'll get on Instagram and scroll, and not only with that, I have other people within the team or other people within other teams, or you go on social media and people are comparing me to other niggas that are at the top of their shit. Mac, you should be here. Mac, you should be doing that. And then I scroll and I see what the niggas is doing, and it's really like, damn, am I doing enough? Damn, am I not such and such and such and such? And it just brings you to a place where you could get depressed. You could get into a really, really bad mental space just from scrolling too much. Seeing the highlights of somebody else's life. You don't know what the fuck they going through. That nigga legit could have fucking irritable bowel syndrome. Like, you never know what another nigga's going through. You never know. You just see the highlights.
Bowel syndrome, he could be going through it.
He could be going through it.
Every time you sit down, you got to shit.
It's fucked up.
That gotta be
fucked up. Hopefully. I don't know.
I never had it.
Listen, I don't know, but I'm just saying you never know what another man is going through. So it's gotten to the point for me, very similar to him. Like I have to limit my scrolling, or if I'm like I'll have separate pages, right? So I'll have pages that I'll go on my other Instagram page that I literally just look at art shit. I literally just scroll because I want to see some really fly art shit. I want to see the flyest new sneakers and all of that stuff.
But does that not do the same thing in the sense of like
different?
I want this art.
No.
Have this art?
It's for me art. I'm more of an appreciator of art, right? Like I just
you don't need to have it, but you just appreciate.
I just want to look at some really fly. Like I'm somebody who I like to look at really fly shit. I like to hear really fly shit, like really good music. Like I like to like the sneakers, clothes, and all of that. Of course, some of that breeds a damn. I want to get that, but a lot of times I really just enjoy looking at what went into building that sneaker, what went into creating that sneaker, or like Aleli May's new joints, the 4s that are dropping. Did you see them?
Fucking shit shows,
nigga. Joints is crazy.
You like those?
What those camel joints?
Fucking
nigga,
canvas shits.
I'm a sucker for canvas.
Yeah,
and they're only family and friends.
OD.
Well,
But
I guess I'm not
it's-
getting a pair. No, I'm not family nor friends.
But it's but looking at the idea of them joints, I'm like, damn, son.
Let me ask y'all this. So I want to make sure I ask this before the end of the show. So both of you guys are artists. You guys are singers.
Yes.
You make music.
Yes.
You're on Instagram. You guys are saying you. If I'm using the wrong word, let me know. You guys can be triggered by scrolling too much.
Absolutely.
How do you know your competition? How do you know how do you know what's the lay of the land?
I'm gonna use a Mouse. I'm gonna use a Mouse Jones for
shit.
this. Fuck the competition.
Oh well, definitely said that.
I like it. I would say to you, also fuck the competition. Also,
Double moused me. I got double moused.
what makes us write music? What makes us create music? It's our own lives.
Yeah.
So to me, if I'm not experiencing my own lives, what am I writing about by scrolling? Am I writing your life? You know what I mean? By experiencing through you. So for me, it's just like
Way to put the mirror out, yeah.
find so much peace in just being in my own element that transcends to such great music, in my opinion.
Yeah, man.
Just living your own life.
I was
crazy
having
as
a
that sounds.
conversation with somebody recently, right? Just about it's another R&B artist. I was having another conversation, just to put a button on this.
Yeah.
I was having another conversation with another R&B artist, really popular R&B artist.
Oh, you didn't want to name drop that time?
Nope, not at all.
I was ready, by the way.
I was waiting because he
I
been
was ready.
shooting from 3 earlier.
Hey, that's all.
That's a fact.
That's offline. That's offline. That's a
Offline,
fact.
though.
That's
Offline.
Okay, offline.
Yo, he is a podcaster.
Offline.
Yeah.
Talking to this very, very prominent, I guess, R&B artist. He's, just shooting his shit, checking up on him. He's checking up on me. He's like, yo, bro, you got to get out of New York, man. There ain't nothing there.
I'm tired of him.
And then, mind you, in my head, like at first, of course, the first thing is on some like, haha, yeah, New York. Then I really think about it, and I'm like, as an artist, if you think about the landscape of music, right, the majority of our artists, especially people from who create the music that we create, the majority of the artists are in Los Angeles.
Yes.
The majority of them.
Yeah.
It's either Los Angeles or Atlanta.
Yeah.
Or Toronto nowadays.
Or Toronto, right?
Toronto sure is inspiring some hurt nigga music, boy.
Hey,
A lot. But
some of it is really good.
I'm saying, yeah.
But it's really like those two spots. You'll see everybody. One of the biggest complaints that we all have about music is that it all sounds the same, or that it's not good.
Right.
Why? Because everybody has the same inspiration. I'm good. I'll stay in New York.
that's a fact. I like that.
Nigga just, all right. Well, you know.
It's true. Why not?
Matt got a triple-double
especially
tonight.
R&B,
Yeah, he's
especially
acting
R&B.
different, bro.
OD.
He got a
acting
triple-double.
different. He acting different.
I don't know.
Nigga went for
I
30.
don't know what podcast microphone he's using.
Yeah.
Like, like,
The light mic. This is the light mic.
That nigga got the shoes on today. He came in on his shit. He sat there eating the chips like, I'm gonna fuck these niggas.
Yo,
up.
he that shit. It was that
Fuck.
vegetarian.
He said
it was
they don't
that
even know
fucking
what's about to happen.
The vegan chopped cheese. You heard?
I ain't gonna lie.
That
That
shit
nigga
put something else in
That
it.
nigga did come in here eating, chomping like I'm getting ready for game
He said they don't
7,
even
my
know
nigga.
what's about to
The
happen.
nigga acting like CP3. I said, God, I'm looking at this nigga like, this nigga is killing me today. I'm having a regular game. This nigga's killing me. Golly.
Oh,
I'll be back next game, y'all.
Nigga said I need Ryan to pass me the ball properly because Mac is wilding tonight. Like
Mac is saying, nigga, Mac is white. He's waving off screens.
He's like,
I'm
nah.
coming over
nigga
here.
said, yo,
ISO, move.
That's
some gangster
on the
shit.
screen like,
nigga told me, yo, get in the post.
Move.
Just get down in the
Get
post.
the read. All right.
Get the read.
All right,
Get the read.
Get the rebound if I missed
I ain't
it.
hear that long. Get the read.
Yo, get the read. Before we get out of here, Landlords, Kev, Devon, let me say from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you guys.
Seriously,
there
man,
was a certain
appreciate you
energy
guys.
you guys, well, Kev, because we spoke to Kev, there's a certain energy that you guys brought to us that we haven't ever really felt. Like people were happy to have us, but like having somebody who was so happy to like partner with us and say,
Yeah.
all right, this is your position. All right, this is our position. Let's come together and run it up.
make
You
this
guys
happen.
have,
Of course.
in literally a month.
Yeah.
You guys have. I've not heard no.
Right.
And you know what I mean? And Kev, for one, shows up every time we need him. Dev, we appreciate y'all. So
Yeah.
I know on behalf of the neighborhood and myself, Mac, Ryan,
We fuck with
thank
y'all,
you.
man.
Thank
OD.
y'all. Appreciate y'all.
We really have our philosophy with this entire place, I don't know if you know, is basically we wanted to create a place for creators. Like, you know what I mean? We wanted to create something that
was
wasn't
evident with the clouds on the
I
side.
hope so.
loved it.
Thank
Loved
you.
it.
I'm glad you did. We wanted a place that you felt comfortable. We feel like the conversation is more engaging this way, where you sit like you just sitting in somebody's crib chilling and stuff like that. So a podcast like yours is a dream to have, because I have so much respect for this podcast from the day of its conception. When I saw it, and I was like, "This is a great fucking idea." And I know I never met Mac, but I known you guys personally. You know what I mean? And I just always knew as soon as Kev kind of brought this to me and stuff like that, I was like, let's go. These are the kind of people, this is the kind of energy that we want here. Quality, high quality podcasts like yours that I really respect. So you will always be taken care of here. Like,
Thank you guys. Thank
for
you.
first and
Nah,
foremost,
seriously.
anything you guys need, just let us know.
Thank you,
you,
man.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we
Kev, you
family.
want to say something nice?
We family, man. Mac said everything for the night, bro. I'm done. I'm out of here.
Your facts. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Niggas gonna be like, yo, these niggas ain't tough, my
You're
nigga.
like, yo, these niggas ain't.
Son.
These
Yo,
niggas
they gonna
being
look at
nice
Kev,
to
nigga-
each other.
Yo, they already looking at Kev like, this gangster looking at
Like,
singing ass
nigga from church?
But now he's
Church?
He got drummer shoulders.
Drummer shoulders.
If a nigga come up to me with the drummer shoulders, I'm gonna call Mouse like, nigga, you see what you got?
Drummer shoulders.
See what you did, bro?
That's your IG handle now.
I promise you, it's gonna happen. Like they're
gonna
gonna
be
be on, the G&D neighborhood's gonna be on your page.
It's gonna be on my head
He
now.
do
like,
got drummer
I see
shoulders.
it, Sheldon. I see it.
no, I do see it now.
Yeah,
like,
everybody-
what?
Yo, listen, right now, G&D neighborhood. I want y'all to go to whatever Kev's last picture was and just put the drummer
Then
emoji.
put the drum emoji. Mad drum emojis.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna embrace that. I'm gonna embrace that.
Yeah, I think that's the name of the
Fucking
episode.
drummer
man.
shoulders.
Drummer shoulders.
Drummer shoulders.
I like that. I
Put
like
that in your bio, my nigga.
Say less. Changing
Yo,
it.
Mac, you got you want to tell the people anything? What they got?
Yeah, man. Listen, for everybody out there who's probably going to be in New York anytime between October and March, these tickets are selling out, man. Thoughts of a Colored Man. We on Broadway right now. So please, everybody, go get your tickets. Go to telthecharge.com. Make sure you guys go get the tickets for Thoughts of a Colored Man. Now, literally, anytime between October 1st to March 24th-ish. Tickets is out right now. A lot of them joints are sold out. I'm not going to lie to you.
so far.
A lot of dates.
Congrats, man.
Lot of dates sold
You
out.
ready?
Thank you, brother.
That's fire.
Huh?
You ready?
Hell no. But I will be. But I will be. I'm telling you. I'm rehearsing on some other shit,
Yeah.
bro. I'm
Oh, we could tell.
I'm rehearsing
Whenever
on
you're
some other
absent from
shit.
that group chat, I'm like, oh, that nigga in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, they just gave us the new script for the joint. Oh
a lot
man.
of pages.
I'm gonna tell you guys this. The illest thing about this play, it's for anybody who doesn't know about it, right? It's 7 guys, seven different black men on a stage. Each black man is kind of personified by a different thing that we say that black men have. You have happiness, you have passion, you have depression, anger, love, lust, and the last one, wisdom. I play anger. And being able to showcase what a black man goes through and not be performative. Literally. It's 7 black men on stage just living, just being. You don't know who's who literally until the end, and then it makes everything clicks. But the illest shit to me, for the one of the main reasons that I took this play is it's not a regular like sit down type of play, and it's not no musical like I'm gonna get up and start singing. Our beats are through poetry. It's gonna be like real life, damn near deaf poetry up there with me and the guys. So if you want to hear some shit, if you want to have a feeling and understand what young black men go through, all different walks of life of type of black men, if you want to see yourself on that stage, make sure you go to telecharge.com and get your tickets.
You sold me.
That was
I
great.
already
Holy
got
shit,
this.
you
right?
sold me.
Nigga, you sold me. And
nigga said, I'm about to buy
I'm
another
not gonna
ticket.
hold you. I forgot, like, he's like really a part of this, and I was just like,
He sold the fuck
when
out
is
of
this?
me.
I'm not gonna hold you. You got me. That was wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell him where to go again.
Make sure you go to telecharge.com, go get your tickets.
Kev, Dev, y'all got anything coming up?
No, I'm just glad you guys are here, and I appreciate you guys choosing us as your studio. Of
course.
That's the
guys.
best. If
You
want
got an EP on the way.
Who?
I got an EP.
Yes,
on the
you
way.
do.
Oh,
That's
talk about
right.
it.
No. No. Stay there. Stay on you.
You say stay there, stay there.
I like it. I like this, Kev. Promote yourself.
Yeah, nah, I
Come
got
on.
an EP on the way.
Talk about it. Yeah.
Clap it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Clap it up.
Support your friends, man. Support your friends,
Hey,
man.
it's done.
Because he is sneaky. He is sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
Mouse no.
He has some hits, and
Bro.
nigga
Oh,
does
yeah.
not promote it. I'm
Hold
like,
on, hold on. You gotta understand. Mouse was like, you know, Kev does music, right? I was like, word? All right, cool. Let me hear this hip hop shit. And he put the video on, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is a cool ass beat. He's about to rap on this. This is fire.
Word.
And then I hear a voice. I said, wait, what? Hold on, what?
That's right. That's right.
that nigga got some shit, boy.
That's right. He's super dude.
That nigga got some shit.
Good shit.
I ain't gonna hold you when that shit drop. It might be able to get the drug players. Might have a few entries on that playlist.
Appreciate that, my brother.
That
Let's
shit,
go.
the shit that he holding on to.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
It's good.
Can't wait.
It's
Let's get it out of here.
What about you, Mouse? What's going on?
I got a few things. Let me start with my artist. Caliente, the Respect video is out, so make sure y'all go to YouTube. Caliente, KHALIENTE, Respect. Run that up. We need y'all to run that up. My other artist, Controverse. Just go support him before.
Just go support him.
Yeah, run that up before he run up on us.
He run
facts.
that up before he run down on
That's a
us.
fact. That's a fact.
Gangster.
That's
Bino
a gangster.
French, just what niggas do. I'm just shouting out the Mouse Jones Collective right now. Yeah, Bino French, just what niggas do. Run that record up. Those are my artists. I love each and every one of those projects, so make sure y'all fuck with that. Trap Karaoke, we just announced today. I mean, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, super transparent right now. If y'all made it to this part, this episode y'all listened to was recorded 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
So 2 weeks ago, we had just announced August 20th and August 21st for Trap Karaoke New York. I'm not gonna say what the venue is, but I did tell Kev, and just know it's no games to be played.
Please don't.
Okay?
Don't play with yourself.
So-
And get there early. Learn from me and Dad.
Oh yeah, I'm about to
Please
get a
don't play
tent
with
right now to
yourself.
go as soon
Yeah,
as you
get
tell
there-
me the
get there
goddamn
early.
venue.
Oh, trapkaraoke.com. I mean, y'all good. Don't do that. Y'all
No,
good.
I just make it-
Trapkaraoke.com. Go get y'all tickets right now. August 14th, we are in Atlanta. August 13th, we're in Atlanta. August 14th, we're in DC. Those tickets are already sold out. So, I mean, if y'all find a way to get a ticket, get a ticket. But please do not pay no resale tickets. That is something new that I did not know people were doing to us. Please don't buy resale tickets because that money does not go to us. So, you know, I'm not telling you to come to trapkaraoke.com because we get more of a percentage. Whoever buys a ticket, we get our money, and then you get overcharged. Trapkaraoke.com. We're trying to open up as many tickets, so get on that. But yes, August 20th, 21st, we are in New York. For everybody who was asking about the New York show, we're giving out 2 days in New York City. Last time we was here for 2 nights, what? It was 2 nights, 3 shows.
Yep.
And y'all already know how that was, so okay, I'm giving y'all fair warning. Other than that, the What Hip Hop Question, Legends, and Lists each and every Monday. Make sure you listen to that right after you listen to Guys Next Door each and every Monday. And we got something sneaky coming for y'all.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Just be ready.
Y'all gonna love us. Y'all gonna love us. But until then, shout out to Dev, shout out to Kev.
Thank you.
For kicking it, rocking with us.
Yes, sir.
Love, brother.
In the crib today. Shout out Landlords. Shout out to EA from NC. Shout out to Robert. I don't know the other nigga name.
Leavings.
Yo, no. We're not gonna LJ it. Your name is
So we not
Leavin.
gonna-
Nah, that's fine. Nigga named Leaving.
Hey, my man's name is Leaving.
She said, "What's your name?" She said, "Leaving."
What you are?
You stupid. I'm sliding on you.
Yo, this nigga's 17, by the way, just to let you know.
There's no fucking way.
Wow.
And he's a super talented producer.
Kiss my ass.
He has credits too. He's really talented.
He looks 30.
I know.
Motherfucker look 30.
Didn't I tell you?
30.
There's no way he's 17.
He is 17 years old. He
Bro,
just
my
went to
beard doesn't even connect. How
Endorse
the fuck his 17-year-old beard connect?
There's
Shit
no
in
way.
the water, son.
He graduated. Yeah, he literally graduated last week. He's
Son, there's gotta be something in school
Plays
lunch,
every
bro.
instrument. This shit is
There's
different
gotta
now.
be something in school lunch, bro.
Yeah.
Nigga, you built like you got 4 jobs.
Jesus
Nigga
Christ.
built like he mad ain't no overtime.
Yo, I can't get
Come
no
on,
overtime.
I can't get no
I can't get no overtime.
Mr. Roberts, this is some bullshit, man.
Robbins.
Mr. Roberts, you know I got kids.
You know I got the kid on the way, Mr. Roberts.
Leaving? Leaving. That's your problem. You left it in.
You left it in.
Shout out to the kids, man. Hey, man, listen, this has been one of my favorite episodes. I know I say that a lot, but you know, that's just the growth of us and, you know, that the content we're putting out. This has really been my favorite episode that we've ever recorded thus far. So appreciate you, brothers, for showing up. And the next time y'all hear us, you will be hearing all 3 of us. Ryan will be in this motherfucker.
Yeah, my boy.
The 3 amigos?
Yeah, sure.
The 3 Casamigos.
Hey.
Oh, that's kind of hard.
That's
It's
hard.
the house, friends. That's exactly what it means.
They need to pay y'all. Y'all need to stop.
Hey, Casa, let us know what's up.
That's actually really good.
I said they couldn't be though.
What's up?
Did I say something just now? I didn't say anything.
Definitely didn't, but it's
all
fine. It's
And
fine.
on that note, I'm gonna say bye.
You tried.
Say bye. Make sure y'all keep listening to us. Make sure, man. Guys Next Door podcast. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you interact with that motherfucker. That means comment, leave a rating, but not any rating. A 5. That's 10. 5-star rating.
go.
Why? Because we are children and we need your validation. So 5-star. The Bible says.
Talk about it.
Tell 'em.
Give me drum shoulders.
Shoulders. Niggas call you shoulders. Niggas.
Woo! The Bible says you have not because you ask not.
Whoa.
I'm asking for the 5 stars.
Talk about it.
Just like your Uber driver. I didn't talk your ear off. You showed up to talk. My breath didn't stink. I had gum the whole time, but you didn't hear it because I'm a professional on this microphone. Give us all that goddamn 5 stars. Go to Patreon, patreon.com/Guys Next Door Pod. Is it pod or podcast?
Pod.
Guys Next Door Pod. And pick up your keys. Become a member today. And last but not least, our man Kev is running the YouTube, so you will see it. It looks beautiful. You see me? This is how I really look right now. It's like,
There's no filters on the shit.
filters.
This is beautiful.
Skin
It's good
really
skin.
is fire. Like,
Good skin. Hold on.
filters on the shit.
It's good under this mask. You right?
I mean, there's no games here. There's no games here. And if y'all keep asking why Mac got a mask on, I am vaccinated. All right,
Mac
so
Wiles
I
is-
did my thing.
Mac Wiles is not
so
vaxxed.
we move in respectfully.
Yeah. You guys just got to be respectful. You heard? Just got to be respectful.
That's right.
And on that note, we will see y'all black asses next Monday.